Would help if I turned the microphone on. Haha. New streaming software today, sorry. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you'll notice the absence of a moving scroll. I'm sorry. I'm trying out a new program, and eventually I will get it all back up to scratch with the one that I used before. Last week, or 2 weeks ago rather, you missed our very first session, which was getting the characters to know each other and getting the starting premise of our brand new adventures in a galaxy far, far away. Oh yes. We are playing Star Wars RPG for Edge of the Empire by Fantasy Flight Games. I am joined by some Americans and Ryan. And yes, I've got their volume muted, so I can't hear their reactions to that, but if they disconnect, that's probably my bad. Yes. Now, I did promise I was going to read the title scroll, because there was no scrolly and my really bad MIDI music to go along with it. There's always a Cantina. Episode 1, Imperial Entanglements. After landing on the sun-baked desert planet of Tatooine, the crew of the Scarecrow and their passengers are greeted by a rather pompous customs officer who locks down their landing bay for 48 hours. Eager to get paid for their cargo and transportation duties, the crew escort the Deveronian and Weequay brandy merchants to the Lucky Eopie Cantina in Moss Oasis. Yes, I know that doesn't actually exist. We made that so we didn't interfere with canon. The local garrison commander, Lieutenant Hoil Vaux, received information that wanted terrorists had been sighted around Docking Bay 118, heading in the direction of the Lucky Eopie, and is determined to earn himself a promotion. And on that note, I will bring everyone else's microphone levels up. Hopefully I've got the right one. And everyone can say hello then. Possibly.
Hello then.
Hello then.
Hello.
So,
Well, I was going to say that. Hello, then.
It's like we have Mo, Larry, and Curly here. Hello, 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 hello. I guess that would make me Curly.
But yes, we have got new peoples for those who actually tune in to my There's Always a Tavern games. We are now There's Always a Cantina, as well as There's Always a Tavern, and we have some. Well, I know definitely one dedicated Star Wars fan, which is GM Dan, who is playing Doctore, the droid that might make me laugh a lot. I'm sorry. It's already happened once.
I hope.
And we're also joined by Gabe, who is playing Mozzie the Jawa. Again, may make me laugh a lot. I'm sorry.
And the other American.
the other Merkin. Oh no, wait, that's a toupee for you. No, never mind. And as always, there's a Ryan, because there's got to be a Ryan from Oxymoron Gaming, who I play Moron's Gate on the alternate Wednesday.
Cheap plug.
I thought I'd do it for you. You can do it on the good night.
I don't do it on my own channel. I'm not going to bother on yours.
Fair one. Well, no, you do, because you say welcome to Oxymoron's Gaming's Moron's Gate most of the time when I don't fuck it up.
Yeah, that's because that's the intro that I've been doing for 20-something sessions, and it just sticks in my head now. I can't do another intro if I wanted to.
This is true. So everything's looking all good. Another change from the usual layout. You will notice that down there below me, there is not the usual roll window or the chat window. That's again because I'm using different software. Annoyingly.
So you're telling us you've got nothing down there?
Yes. Well, no, there is something down there. There is the Galactic News Network. Well, there's the
got nothing down there. Don't be alarmed.
The HoloNet News. And for anyone that reads Aurebesh... Uh-oh. My microphone just cacked up. There we go. For anyone that reads Aurebesh, you'll be able to see some of the latest happenings in a galaxy far, far away around the time. Just a few months before some crazy dealio happened with an old Jedi temple on a planet with lots of trees and something that's no moon. So yes, blah blah blah, thing. Now, as technically I've done the recap and filled everyone in with the scroll. Normally at this point I'd get a player to do it to get some extra XP or something fortuitous happen during a game. But as I've done it, I left out some key points because story progression and stuff like that. If you can remember anything specific about sort of key events from our little initial session, then you might get some bonus experience.
Well, you didn't mention the fact that the customs officer had a cybernetic right arm.
Mm-hmm.
And then we made a deal with the people to actually escort them to the cantina because they thought they were going to get that for free.
Yes. What did you get in exchange for your escort duties?
We got a crate of Corellian Spice Brandy.
Correct. And where is that crate of Corellian Spice Brandy?
Currently in Mozzie's little sleepy hole.
Aboard your ship, yes?
Aboard our ship, in Mozzie's little sleepy hole, hidden away behind a panel that only we know is there. Except there's one bottle hidden in the living quarters.
In
Mozzie-
plain sight.
Yeah, Mozzie hid one in plain sight in the living quarters.
Mm-hmm.
The
The
rest-
reason I point that out is it may become integral to this evening's story. So just keep in mind that there is a case of brandy aboard your ship. Okie dokie.
I
And the
hate you.
important part of all that is I have to learn how to burn it to get what's the gold inside of that brandy.
And by gold, you mean drugs.
I say nothing of the sort.
We already made the plan last session. We were going to try and find some form of hovering RV. We were going to go out to the desert, as we're on a desert planet anyway. And we were going to go and cook. I mean, that's a completely different franchise. I'm sorry.
Now, this is a doozy. For an extra 5 experience points. Now you're paying attention. Does anyone know the how jet is made and what jet is?
How what? Jet?
Jet in the Star Wars universe.
Yeah, I'm going to say, I can tell you our jet's made in a different universe.
I don't think I've ever heard of jet before.
Gabe?
Yeah, I can't say I've ever heard of jet inside Star Wars or a drug or anything else like that. If it was you purchase it, but it don't know how to make it. That's new to me.
This is why there was a bounty of 5 experience on that. It's all good.
As if you hate
If they gave us time, I could have looked it up and did a paper on it, maybe, but I've never heard of it. I'm even looking online. I'm not seeing anything.
This is very, very old Legends sort of stuff. But yeah.
Oh, it must not. So in other words, not okay. Never mind.
Yeah, it's not canon.
That's why I wouldn't know it. Never mind.
It's all good. I was just intrigued. That's all. If anyone knew it, then there would be 5 XP. But don't worry about that. If anyone did know, then it would make a very handy segue. But yes. So, anyone else got any extra bits from our last session to get some extra goodies?
I remember that our pilot doesn't like talking on the common to other starfighter pilots. And Doctori had to intervene on that one so we didn't get shot at.
Drift is just, Drift takes his cargo seriously, and he doesn't want people interfering.
And
It's a-
they don't want well, I tried to make it so no one interfered, but yeah, I thought that was kind of amusing that the pilot doesn't like to talk on the comm link, or when he does, he's very adversarial to anybody. And
He's
then,
quite adversarial to most people, to be perfectly honest.
well, so is Doctori, but in a different kind of way. And then I remember where we left off was the Imperial guy with cybernetic arm approached Doctori and said, "You're going to come with us and my stormtroopers."
So this dude was just doing a shakedown of the cantina.
No, he came up to me and it was Lieutenant Vaux. Pretty much told him that I know who you are, and I think you're going to be coming with me to Doctori.
When was this?
Kind of like right at the end.
Oh.
Did I?
I don't remember that bit either.
No.
Because I'm just counting these stormtroopers, and even with my dice, and even if I got all
Well,
advantage,
he didn't actually say you're coming with me, but he was giving Doctori the eye, and so maybe in my head I played it out where
you just anticipated that you were going for a walk.
Yeah, that's how I remembered it.
Because I left it pretty much at the start of his monologue.
right? So, Doctor, do you have a guilty conscience that you'd like to, share with the group?
Oh, Doctori is guilty of a lot of things.
He really is.
And actually, he doesn't really feel guilty about any of it. He has no empathy. But he knows that he's done. I wouldn't say he wouldn't call them bad things, but
sorry, I know why. The customs officer was the dude with the prosthetic arm and was eyeing Doctor up.
Yeah, if it wasn't for Doctor,
not the garrison commander, was the customs officer.
This in the cantina right now is literally they have just stormed in and said, "Nobody go anywhere. We would like to ask you some questions." This imperial business. Yes.
Have we just gone into hello?
Listen carefully, for I will say this only once. But yes, very good. Your extra goodies might appear in the game if you need them, or they will come in the form of XP at the end of the session. So, without further ado, as I have no idea when Omar who is the other player who's currently missing, is going to turn up. I was killing time, just seeing if he was just a little bit late or very late. So the lieutenant, for anyone who is at all au fait with how Imperial ranks work, will know that he is a lieutenant, is standing in very crisp uniform, looks keen as mustard, places his hands behind his back, and says, and I can't resist but do this in a slightly German voice.
Yeah, I remember. Imperial officers are Brits.
Yes, generally, because we make excellent villains.
You do, but he can be German if you want. I can teach you.
But no, I'll do it. I'll do it in, very astute British.
I'm just teasing you. Do however you want.
No. I just love the fact that Lars Mikkelsen is Thrawn. What a voice to have for Thrawn. Yes, the Imperial lieutenant stands there and says, "We have received information that highly wanted targets of the Empire have entered this hovel. Anyone with information regarding these terrorists will be greatly rewarded. Anyone found assisting or harboring them will be dealt with." would any of you like to do anything or say anything at this point? Or ask any questions of the young lieutenant?
I have no idea who he's talking about. I'm not a terrorist. I'm a medical droid.
I'm just a pilot. I'm just going to lean on the bar and just chill out.
I would assume that he might be talking about our 2 brandy people that we brought in, but I don't know. And as far as I know, we're done with them.
Yeah. No, actually, hang on a minute. Have we been paid? We haven't been paid yet.
I thought we were paid already. Can I ask a question about that? And they did pay us.
Yes, that was
I asked them directly about the payment.
Yes,
Yeah.
we got paid as soon as we got. When we were outside, we got paid, and then when we came inside, they disappeared into the back room.
No, they didn't. They didn't disappear anywhere. We don't know who those 2 people are.
You know what? I've never even seen 2 people. We came here on a nice little vacation.
Well, I take it the Imperial is coming around to Mozzie and Doctori.
He's standing behind whoever sat at the bar, looking
And
with
he's right-
keen interest behind the bar.
Right, I'll turn around then, and I'll talk to him. I'm not afraid of Imperials. What time of day is it? Is it afternoon, evening?
Yeah, it's afternoon, local time. Probably
Okay.
about 5 o'clock.
Early evening then.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I will say, good evening. What is it you want? Speak now.
Oh, Doctor Ray.
That's protocol. That's HK-47 had that like internal monologue thing where inquisitive, whatever, and he lets people know when they can speak, and he'll let people know when he's going to speak. But
the lieutenant turns to Dr. Ore, notices, because you've got a welded-on restraining bolt, haven't you? Non-functioning.
Yeah.
You notice him glance at your restraining bolt.
and a monocle. I do have a monocle. Yeah, he's German. All German assholes have to have a monocle. It's a law of the universe.
I'm sorry. Give me a minute. That mental image is hilarious.
Yes, Imperial Lieutenant. What is it you want?
You have very
Now.
You have very interesting characteristics for a medical droid.
Do you have a malfunction? I can fix it.
I believe you may be malfunctioning. That sort of speech protocol isn't in your design architecture. However, as a droid, I'm sure you are going to tell me honestly where the barkeep is.
I speak now.
Yes.
I want nothing more to help you and the Empire. If I knew where the bartender was at, my friends would be having a drink right about now. As they have no drink, I have no idea where the bartender could be at.
Mozzie does have a drink.
Shit, he does?
Yeah.
Then he must have went back to get more drinks. I do not drink. I don't know where he went. You speak now. You have a question.
Sergeant, investigate, please.
And with that, I'll turn back around to my chair. That guy's boring me. You are boring me, Imperial.
And you guys look at Mozzie, and he's still frozen with the drink halfway tilted, and he hasn't moved.
This is exactly why I remembered that
your
Mozzie had a drink.
Mozzie?
He said freeze.
I asked you.
He said freeze.
Fortunately for you, my little friend, I can understand your language. There is no need to take it so literally. Tell me, do you have any information about those who I am looking for?
You have to describe them. I don't know who they are. Who are you talking about? There's lots of new people. Me, for instance. I'm new to this place.
How very interesting. Tell me, when did you arrive here?
And I'll look at Omar. No, like, when did we arrive? I'll look at Dr. When did we arrive? And no one's answering. Why don't you ask other patrons when they arrive? Why you always got to ask me stuff? Silly
But I
officials.
am asking you. You seem very keen to talk.
Everything on me is mine, okay? My things are mine. I didn't sell anything illegal. Mine are mine.
Now, no need to be paranoid. Tell me, what ship did you arrive on this planet in?
Well, it was gray, and it had a lot of wires inside, and I had a bed, and it had an engine that I was fixing.
What class of vessel is it, my little friend? Please don't...
Class of vessel. Like one matters of the other. You guys, they have wires, they have fluids, they have bolts. You put them together, and they have to make them work. And that's what I do. I make them work.
I get the feeling that you are being evasive.
Driftwood put his hand
I'm not understanding what you mean.
Mozzie's shoulder and turn around quite casually to the Imperial officer and just say, "We arrived on a VCX 100 light freighter. Old but reliable."
Yeah, that thing.
How very interesting.
We arrived here hours ago.
It's not that interesting. There's quite a few VCX 100s flying about.
Tell me, which docking bay did you make berth?
We are berthed in 118.
Yeah.
Commander?
Tear that bay apart.
The Stormtrooper commander sidles up to the Imperial officer. And if only I had the voice modulation software.
As they're doing that, I'll turn around to the officer and say, "Look, I'll give him the data pad and I'll say, our fees have been paid. We're processed. We're just waiting for the lockdown."
Yes. Commander, please tell your troops at Docking Bay 118 to investigate that ship thoroughly.
Oh, and if they could give it a quick dust and clean, that'd be brilliant.
You will silence yourself. I have reason to believe that you have been harboring known fugitives.
But that's okay. You don't have to be literal. Remember? He said you don't have to be so literal. You can keep talking.
Tell me, who is the commander or pilot of that vessel?
Well, it's obviously not me. I fixed the thing.
Silence.
No, you kept talking. And you said freeze, and then you said don't take those literally, and then you said silence, and then what if I silence, and then you're asking questions, and all of a sudden I wouldn't be able to answer, and then you hit me over the head and say, "How come you're not talking to me?" And I'd be like, "Because you told me not to speak."
Trooper, set your rifle to stun, please.
Mozzie.
Well, he's not making sense. He has to think of the questions he's asking and the things he's saying.
I lean over and because he's an Imperial, he makes no sense.
He's obviously been out in the sun for a very long time, Mozzie. Let's just keep this casual.
I didn't
I
know him.
I happen to be the pilot of that vessel.
And what is your business? As he says, looking at your, your data pad with your showing that your fees have been paid. What is your business in Moss Oasis?
We had a delivery. We came here. We delivered. We're done. We've now got to wait for a lockdown for 48 hours until we can go and find more delivery work. I'm sure you, being a stalwart member of the Empire, understand what a freighter is used for.
There is no need for that tone. Where have you travelled from exactly?
We traveled from Corellia, didn't we?
Yes.
We did.
From my home world, Corellia.
I see. Well, I may have some more questions for you shortly. Trooper, how goes that door? To the trooper behind the bar, who sort of scurried under in the absence of the barkeeper. And he says, "Sir, the door is jammed shut." Commander, I want troopers stationed all around the city. Any sign of the Deveronian or Weequee to be reported instantly, and they are to be dealt with straight away. I worry for our garrison.
If I may interject, our mechanic might be willing to take a look at the door if you were to ask him politely.
An Imperial technician will be here shortly, I have no doubt. For now, I need to move on to another business. Trooper, you will stay here and ensure that no one other than an Imperial technician opens that door. Is that understood? Yes, sir. Commander, move your troops out.
Love the animation.
Gotta be done. And with that, they march out, leaving one trooper behind.
Just the one.
Just the one.
Oh, to have force powers now.
Oh, what have I done there? What have I done there?
I don't know.
So yes, you're free to do as you wish. I've just done something and I'm not quite sure what.
Well, obviously, I don't want to go around shooting up the place because that's a really brutish sort of way to do it. And we've got another, I would say, good 45 hours until lockdown finishes on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
But it might be worth our while. The problem is, if we leave these two guys for the Empire to get to them, they'll squeal. But we don't know anything. All we know is that it was Corellian spiced brandy. But that's not going to stop them squealing. Because they're snakes.
And technically, you guys don't know any different.
Yeah, no, we don't, because you haven't told us anything yet.
Correct.
So we literally don't know anything. But that's not going to stop the Empire putting us up against the wall and shooting us in the head with blaster rifles. Or sending us to a penal colony or something. So we gotta be smart about this. We can't let the Empire get those guys, but we can't be seen as helping those guys as well. We can't just bludgeon and shoot this stormtrooper up because it's too brutish. It's very direct. Plus, then that would put us as enemies of the Empire, and the Empire have some really lucrative contracts that we might be interested in the future. They use freelancers.
They do.
Wasn't the woman at the end of the bar part of the staff?
No, but she did take an interest when you entered. And she did chip in with a comment.
Could start a barroom brawl. Get attention away from the door. Get Mozzie to open the door.
So from Doctori's little walkabout when you came in the cantina, you know that there's a little gang up in the top left corner, in the top left booth. They all were wearing the same sort of leather jackets.
Oh, yeah, they had the speeder bikes outside that me and Mozzie were quite interested in.
Quite possibly. And there's also the rather grumpy owner of the C2 unit, who had a very short temper. And then just a mix of general people that weren't too bothered. They were just going about their business.
Oh yeah, the guy watching the holo porn.
Yeah.
The holo dancers.
Creepy
What-
dude.
What do you reckon, Doctor? What do you reckon our plan of action should be? 'Cause if we sit around and do nothing, we'll be framed and fit up for it. And as you've got no friends on this planet as it is,
Or any other planet.
well, and then we can't take the possibility that Mozzie might be found, because if he's hiding from the Empire, or he could be hiding from somebody, I don't know who he's hiding from, but he's hiding from somebody. And the less people that know he's hiding, the better.
I look at him and I'm like, I'm not hiding from anybody. I'm right here. If I was hiding, I'd be under the table or something.
Oh, Gabe, I love your character, man.
Well, we can forget about the two and go about finding a new job, or we can get involved with the two and try to protect them from the Empire. It's going to boil down to that. How do we want to go about it? I don't care either way, really.
I mean, I'd be quite happy to find these two and put a blaster to the back of both of their heads so they can't talk.
Well, as far as you know, they are in the back room with the barkeeper.
It's getting into that back room. Because the moment, if we do start a barroom brawl, the moment we do, the stormtrooper's going to radio through for backup. Which, considering they left like a minute ago, isn't going to take long to get back here.
I don't care if we try to help them out or if we leave.
Where would, like, on buildings and stuff like that, since this is something that is in my character to know, where would be the main electrical panel or the main like power source feed?
Good question. I like that. For this particular cantina, Mozzie would have seen it as you entered. This cantina has a dedicated generator just for it, which is located just outside the front doors.
All right, then I'm just gonna get up and leave those two, let them keep talking, and then go out and go to the generator or the box case, whatever.
Okie dokie.
Don't forget though that troopers' helmets can see in darkness.
Not worried about that.
Oh, okay.
Good distraction idea, though. I quite like that.
It's not a distraction.
Oh, it's just Mozzie.
It's just Mozzie.
Mozzie just wants to play.
Okay.
So,
Right.
kind
I took it to
of.
be blind, trying to blind the trooper, and if I
Good.
blind him, then that's cool.
I mean, I can blind the trooper, but if I blind the trooper, he's never getting up.
Yeah, you said it's outside somewhere. So I'm taking it. How silly thing! It's somewhere over here where I still don't see it.
Opposite
But
direction.
anyways, opposite direction. There we go. Okay, there's boxes there. Oh, there's a wire right there. I even see.
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna go to the box, I guess, or something, and then find the whole lighting system. Wow. Okay, I have to do it there. And I'm trying to think if they. I don't think they know bocce. Hardly anybody knows bocce. So I'm gonna do the basic SOS with the lighting and and flicker all of the house lights in the place with this SOS.
Okie dokie. First, for that, you need to gain access to the panel.
Okay.
We'll chuck it all into one roll, though. So, make me a computers check, if you would.
Okay, that one I can do. You have the difficulty set up and everything?
Yep.
Okay. And here I go.
Good.
Yeah.
God, man.
So you were going specifically to control the lighting.
Yeah, because I didn't know which one was there, so I just gonna grab basically the lights and then flicker them off and on with the SOS.
So
Or the danger,
when you
whatever.
actually gain access to the panel, you successfully slice into it. You gain access to all the information about the cantina.
Download.
You see, like the building schematic pop up, and it shows all the wiring and the lighting structure, and it also shows that there's a turbo lift in the back room, which goes down. But of course, you successfully managed to flick the lights on and off in disco style inside the cantina.
Alrighty. And I will go ahead and I'm not sure if that's a good thing, but I'm gonna go ahead and power up the lifts and kind of like show whoever's inside near the lift that it's ready to go down.
So the guys inside. So I'm just gonna, just do a quick switch. So the guys inside, you see the lights flashing on and off, and the trooper looks obviously confused, and starts wandering around the bar and looking up and around at all the lighting, and trying to see if he can see a panel behind the bar. And at the same time, you hear a strange, energetic sound from behind the bar in the side room. As the music has yet to start up again, you hear what could possibly be blaster fire. behind the door. And then back to Mozzie. Mozzie sees that the turbo lift is activated and goes down.
Oh, so it already went down. Okay, then so the lights went out, showing danger. What gerbil lifts is started, and my work is done. I'm happy, and then I make my way back inside.
Okay, so while you do that, the guy's inside.
And of course, ending with the lights on, so there's not keeping them off.
As the sound of blaster fire erupts, the woman who was pretty calmly sitting at the bar dives over the bar. And the trooper notices her and does the usual stormtrooper halt, to which she doesn't. And you hear the telltale sign of a stun-setted blaster. And the whoop, 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 as the rings fly out from the end of his rifle. As she falls flat to the floor, not so gracefully as Princess Leia. She falls with a thunk and smacks her head on the grating behind the bar. The stormtrooper applies a set of cuffs to her and begins to radio in. However, he walks over here as he's radioing. The rest of the bar just seems to look on in shock. Some are still confused by the fact that the lights just flickered on and off. The guys looking at their holo dancers are perfectly fine because the holo dancers did not get turned off.
Okay, Mozzie? Can you go and open that door?
I could, but then they'd get me for vandalism, and then I'd have another sting on me.
I will buy you something shiny if you go and open the door.
You'll buy me something shiny? I have lots of shiny things, but that's not the case. The case is I gave them warning sign. They can leave at any time now.
They're not paying attention, Mozzie. We need to find out what's going on behind that door. And we need to do it quick.
You see, there was something behind there, and I activated so they can leave with it because it's a lift of some sort that goes down.
If you open the door, I will buy you a drink.
We will buy you apple teenies.
Woohoo! Appletini!
Or a strawberry teeny if you want a strawberry teeny.
Oh, strawberry teeny.
Or even a chocolate teeny. Just open the damn door.
And then you're going to say Ovaltine. Next, watch.
Hey, no, that's when they want you to go to sleep.
No, that's why I have weapons with stun settings.
I'll actually look at the female as I'm passing by her and look if she has any kind of access card or anything, because she acted like she was a security guard or something.
Yes, you can give her a cursory search over.
As Mozzie makes his way over, I'll make my way over with him just in case there's something behind the door.
So Mozzie, when you're looking at it, I'm just going on who Mozzie is. Do you look everywhere, like up her sleeves, etc.?
I think that'd be the first place I would look, because you're grabbing onto something and you're like up the sleeves off, like automatically without thinking. Like that's the first place you look. And then you look underneath the jacket area for an inside pocket of some sort. Places that I know where I would hide things. So it's just the I can't say common sense, but the underworld low life thing that I am. Our common sense.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's something up your sleeve. Now, Mozzie, as you slide, her little bracer up, I would like you to remove a single strain from your threshold.
Okay.
As you notice, she has a black sun tattoo.
I'm cool. Nothing to do with me.
You said tattoo of something?
Yeah, she has a black sun tattoo just on the inside of her wrist.
So threshold, not normal. Okay.
No, that's the point. Did we get the one strain back from the last session?
Oh, yeah, that's a point. That's something I actually meant to ask Dan in the week. As far as that goes, do you regain? Do the guys who the obligation didn't get triggered? Do they regain their strain threshold back to normal, or does it just stack until whoever strain triggered is resolved?
It's stacked into the end of the game, and then at the next game, which is now, we all lose it again because one of our obligations got clicked in again.
Cool. I don't need to do anything.
Yeah.
So in other words, we don't do anything because somebody's got triggered.
It depends on how you want to run it, Jim. Because you did like a cliffhanger adventure. So like the adventure technically didn't end. You didn't have like a beginning, middle, ending of the adventure. Like, hey, you guys are here. The dudes walk in. Okay, we're gonna end the session. So if you want that to carry over to this adventure, we can, or you can wipe it away. Per the book, it says every time you do an adventure, you should roll for obligation. But again, it's still up to the GM. Hey guys, we left it on the cliffhanger. Nothing got really resolved. I want to keep the obligation active this session. That's totally within your right. If you want to say, well, you know what, I want to roll new obligation, let's roll new obligation. That's well within your right as a GM too.
Well,
I ran it both ways.
Yeah, well, basically because of your obligation got triggered last time, but I wasn't quite sure how to handle it. So, what everyone else can regain their thresholds, just because getting foot in the water and getting used to the system itself. You got off pretty clean there, Dan.
Okay.
But yeah, you can regain yours. But Mozzie, if you keep your 1 minus off your threshold.
Except if it's Mozzie's obligation that's just triggered, we're all going to hear about it.
Mine goes back up to 13 then.
But yeah.
But correct me if I'm wrong, Jim. What you told Gabe was he basically took a point of strain damage, correct? Not that his strain threshold went down.
No, the threshold goes down 1.
Oh, okay, you're okay. So you tell me the threshold did go down by 1. Okay.
But yeah. So Mozzie, you'll scan her over. You see the black sun tattoo and instantly sort of go, uh-oh. However,
I did throw up a link to a picture of what the tattoo would look like too in the chat window.
Yes, marvelous. I was going to do that, but I didn't have it loaded in time. I rather than dropping the link, I was going to pop it up.
Oh, there you go. We have the link now.
Boop. Oh, that's the that's just a black zone. Is it the black sun insignia?
Isn't that it right there?
Yeah. Hang on, just checking for something.
Okay, yeah, that is the one then from Shadow of the Empire. Yeah.
I think they've that's now been kind of accepted as the black sun symbol now because they used it in Clone Wars, etc. can't remember now. But anyway, yes. Getting distracted by the strain thing again. By the obligation thing. But you do find her credentials for the Lucky Eopie. So you can open the door without issue.
I ready my
Alrighty.
blaster just in
And
case.
yeah, I do it the easy way. I already did the hard thing.
You do it the easy way, but you make it look like you're doing it the hard way, so we were all impressed.
All right. Final quick question then. Did obligation trigger, and is everybody going to lower their threshold or no?
Ah, this
You
bloody
sort that out.
obligation thing. Yes. Mozzie's did trigger.
Okay, so that's why it got lowered then.
Sorry, my bad.
That's all right. So
Just-
he'll go down by 2, and we also go down by 1.
That's the one. Damn this system.
Don't damn this system.
No,
This system-
I do like this system, but I'll get to grips with it eventually.
It's fine.
This is another reason why I didn't stream the session 0. For the one person that asked the question. But yes, Mozzie, you open the door with ease and you are confronted with a dead Bothan.
Many Bothans died.
I want to know who in the hell is Manny Bothan?
He worked for
And
Bernard
apparently
Black.
she loved him a lot. Manny Bothan died. This information.
So yes,
They should-
you are confronted by the prostrate body of Rockflod, the Bothan barkeeper of the Lucky Eopie Cantina, who appears to have eaten a blaster bolt.
They're bad for your health.
Really, really, really bad for your health.
Should not be taken internally.
He has a chronic case of death.
Well, I can no longer help him. He is not against my help.
Tefilo.
I apologize. Hold on.
That's all right.
Hello?
So yes, something has clearly gone down here, and your previous charges are nowhere to be seen. However, there is a fully illuminated turbo lift.
All right, so he got shot. Where did he get shot?
In this room here.
No, where? Like on the body,
In the face.
in the face.
Yes.
Mafia style.
And I don't see his name, but I'm gonna talk to the pilot and say, now shoot her in the face, and make it look like the Imperial bad person shot her, and then he shot the Bothan, and then we can drag him out, and I'll start trying to pull him, even though it's gonna be very, very hard, and I'm just trying. And then I guess we close the door.
Oh fuck. Oh Gabe, I love you. Ryan, you're muted.
Mozzie, that's a great plan. But I'm not going to kill somebody who has done nothing to me. I think we should move her into the back room, get Dr. A and the bounty hunter in here, and we should find out where that turbo lift goes.
And then shoot her in the face.
Oh, see, I really wish that Mark was here, because I'm pretty sure that as he is your like protector, he probably would help you set that up. But I don't want to act for him.
Right. Mozzie, is there some reason you want to shot in the face?
Well, because the Imperial, like you said, is after you, and then you're trying to project it that they're after me, which I have no idea who they really are, because they always have their buckets on their head, so I don't know who. I can't identify one from the other. Second, he just shot her, so why not make it look like he killed her, and then this one's dead, so now he killed 2 people, right? And I shrug.
Except if I let off my blaster, He's like outside the front door. He will hear. And he will come in and there will be a firefight.
So we put a blaster in her hand and shoot the Bothan in the face as if she had did it, but we really shot her. Oh wait, that's still one. We need two. Shoot twice. Easy.
Wait, we shot her?
No, we did not shoot her. I just want to point this out right now.
I had to walk away for a second, and I came back in. And,
No, I was explaining when the trooper had shot her originally and stunned her.
Okay. Do you want me to would you like me to repair her?
No repair. Opposite. Dismantle.
Let's just move her into the back room for now.
Why should we not help her?
Why should we help her?
Imperial shot her. So we get him in trouble, and he's no longer watching us. Well, he's not watching us now, but we have to hurry.
Imperials do not get in trouble for shooting people. They get medals for that.
Yeah. They do. They really do. That's the problem.
And apparently she wanted to shoot the stormtrooper, and he shot her. The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
But what if your enemy of your friend is your enemy?
We have no friends here.
Got a point. We've only really got enemies. Let's just move her into the back room. Everybody get in the back room. Mozzie, you can lock the door from the other side so they can't get into us real quick. And we can take the turbo lift down and find out what's going on.
Okay.
Who knows? There might be some new technology for you to play with.
Doubtful, but okay.
So how much does this woman weigh, roughly?
Surely for me to move.
Standard sort of weight.
I've only got to drag her into the back, so.
About 75 kilograms.
Yeah.
Doctor,
Oh,
are you keeping an eye out on the door?
No.
Good man.
I would you like me to?
No, right now I think we should all get in the back room.
Very well then. Very well.
In fact, if we don't move her, that guy will never know that we went here. We could have just gone out the back way.
A number of the other patrons have taken the opportunity to shuffle out, and the musician is cowering backstage.
Right. Yeah, so they'll just assume we left until they find us in the underground bit. But then that's fine because we'll be gone. So yeah, if we leave her here, go through, lock the door from the other side, carefully step over the dead Bothan, everything will be fine. There's no need to incite a firefight with the Imperials on an imperially garrisoned planet. If that makes any sense to anybody. Makes a lot of sense to Drift.
I, for one, concur.
Always the voice of reason.
If I with anyone.
Carefully stepping over the Bothan, everybody.
We
Both.
do not want to hurt Manny Bothan any further.
Bothan skin rug. Oh, dear me. I'm a bad man. I'm a bad man.
So you see, as you go to the turbo lift, the cases of brandy. Yes, Dan.
I want to check out the Manny Bothan very quickly, though. Does he have anything cool on him? I'm not trying to loot or anything, but just kind of give them a quick once over. Did they have additional like stim packs on them or anything cool like that? Or any interesting data pad?
He does have a
help
data
further?
pad. He does indeed
Right.
have a data pad.
I will grab the data pad then. This may help explain the mystery a touch further.
Very good, very good, very good. He also has a credit chip for 200 credits.
Oh, I'm fucking taking that.
Yay, credits!
I might be a droid, but I do know the importance of money.
Spare parts.
No sim packs or medical crap on them. Okay. Did they have like an emergency first aid kit or anything behind the bar? Did I notice?
Did you notice? Excuse me.
He's a robot. He notices everything.
This is true. No, there wasn't any sort of first aid kit to note. One great thing missing from a lot of Star Wars are the basic health and safety requirements for businesses and toilets.
And I've not once.
And railings.
Yes.
Yeah.
They got
And I'm
droid
not-
detection devices, but a refresher? No.
Fuck that safety rail. We don't need you leaning around on it all day.
Never see fire alarms. You never see bar tariffs. It's terrible. Absolutely terrible. If I was a mystery shopper,
They would have a 0 rating.
Okay. All right. So I got a new data pad.
You have a new datapad, 200 credits. And a returning Imperial Stormtrooper.
okay.
Holy shit. Now I have 225 credits.
Woohoo!
I'm rich, bitch.
At this point, Drith is really, really kicking himself for not making this a company and making everyone sign contracts that all monies earned go towards the company purse.
I'm not stingy.
You muted, Ryan.
You know.
I hate this. It won't let me set a shortcut key on the mouse for muting in this stupid program. But yes, no, I'll save that for D&D because I'm already halfway through the company handbook, and the contract of employment is about 90% done, with the main clause being if you die, you cease to be a member.
So, yes, are you all...
If you die, you're no longer a member of our
Yeah, you're in
group.
breach of contract.
Okay.
Yeah, death is breach of contract, but we've got some really good benefits. Death benefits are absolutely fantastic.
Did Bilbo have that clause in his contract as well?
Well, yes, technically. He absolved all rights for, you know,
Don't kill that
evisceration.
damn dragon. But, you know, so I mean, then how would it be for me being the doctor of the group? Is everybody going to help me pay for my medical supplies that I go and heal the group with? Or do I use my own cash to pay for the med packs and stim packs and all that? You know.
But if you stay on the crew, bearing in mind this crew's only been together a very short time, if you stay on the crew, there would be a crew kitty per se, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
It's like we got paid 5,000 credits, and I haven't given anybody their pay yet.
Well, right. I mean, I understand that would be like a group job
Yeah.
pay, but you know, hey, I found 200 credits on a dude. Would that be mine, or would that belong to the group?
No. If you loot something yourself, then it's yours.
Okay.
We get paid per the job, and then whatever we pick up on the way is ours. But like, if I picked up a load of medical supplies off somebody, it would be more beneficial for me to give them to you.
Correct. And if I found a cool gun, I'm not going to keep it and use my one green dye on it, you know. But anyway, I digress. Okay.
Yeah. It's one of those where everybody's sort of working for everybody. So, Mozzie, have you shut the door?
Yes, I did.
Is it locked?
And I grab my little welding little torch that I have handy, and I will start making 4 different tack bolts on it.
Did you put the chain across?
See, I'm tempted to make you just do it, just a mechanics check, just because I'm a D&D guy, and there's been like one check this whole game.
There's no chain. You're silly.
All right, so the door's firm. We're all here. Well,
That's up to you if you want to. I mean, I don't care.
so I assume the bounty hunter's actually in here with us. We haven't just left him outside to face the Imperials.
So, are you decided on going down the turbo lift? I assume you are, as you've just sealed yourself inside.
Just want to double check all the crates. Just make sure they all have got brandy in them.
Yes, they all appear to have brandy in.
Okie. I'm good. I have no like overcoat or anything. I am literally in an enviro suit. So I can't hide shit. I just want to point this out to everybody.
So you descend in the turbo lift, and you don't. It doesn't take too long, so you can assume that you're not that far underground. But someone still deemed it worthy to have a turbo lift.
Lazy people.
Yeah, both.
Headland Americans.
But yes, you are greeted with an open door into a manufactured room that's been decked out, paved out. There's power supply. There's lights overhead. There's a nice Twin Suns motif rug in the middle, because there always needs to be a rug. Doesn't matter whether you're D&D or Star Wars. However, there are also a large number of crates, a weapons rack, and a rather large device on a table.
Devices aren't my forte. I'm going to go and have a look at the weapons rack. Mozzie, do you want to play with some... Mozzie, do you want to play with some technology?
And
I may have just put Doctor on the map player.
I teleported out of there.
Where the hell have you... What the hell?
I got teleported.
Where did you go? I accidentally put you on the map player, and now you vanished.
You teleported me. Or disintegrated me, one of the two.
You are surplus to requirements. Sorry.
Do we have a medic for the medic?
There we go.
Bullet fits here, and I got disintegrated.
And I raise my hand. I'm the medic for the medic.
Oh, actually, yeah, you
That
would
is
be
true,
the medic
yeah,
for the
yeah.
medic, yeah.
There you go. You're back. But
All
yes.
right, I'm back.
So, Drith. On that weapons rack, there's a number of melee weapons. There is a long vibro axe. There is a vibro blade.
Mine.
And a Gadarafi baton.
No, not mine.
Oh, I thought you were going to start collecting a Tusken Raider suit. Do some cosplay.
I kind of got half of it already. Just put some rags over the top, mussed up the mask a little bit, and I'm not most of the way there.
So all of these crates have got the Imperial Bendu insignia. Or Bendu inspired insignia. And they appear to be munitions, Mozzie. And Doctor, I forgot. Sorry, you were inspecting the crates also.
Yeah, before teleported.
Sorry, my bad. So yeah, the crates that you're at, Doctor 8, they are they all appear to be Imperial issue blasters.
Okay.
So you've got your E11s, your D12s, it's DL20s, all that. Heavy firepower for the concerned stormtrooper.
Well, I grabbed one for everybody. Not me. I don't need one. I think it'd look kind of odd to have a medical droid walking around with a blaster.
No, you kneecap them, then you charge them to put it right.
Well,
Oh.
eventually I do want to get like a small like holdout blaster that's very easily concealable. But I don't need like a heavy blaster pistol or an E11 or anything like that.
I mean, I'll take an E11. I'm trying to think.
Mind you, they're considered a heavy weapon. Not light.
Yeah.
But he said that like the DL-18, the DL-22 in here. I mean, shit, having a carbine wouldn't be bad every now and again.
Just to point out tabletop-wise, actually, I'll point it out anyway, and we'll play it this way. If you decide to take any of the weapons in the crates, you may incur further obligation of the criminal variety, as you will be holding Imperial weaponry, which are restricted items.
Now, if something doesn't have the light property, like it's not a ranged light weapon, I'm kind of not really interested in it too much. Like, maybe pick up another blaster pistol at some point and maybe start dual wielding, but that's tabletop me.
No, that's fine. I was rather than just have you pick it up and then go, ha ha! I thought I would inform you. Like I said, still getting used to the obligation stuff, but if you're carrying restricted weapons, then they're quite noticeable. Mozzie, in your crate, there appear to be C12 and C22 fragmentation grenades.
Okay. C12 and C what?
C22.
22. Okay.
No.
And anything else?
No, those crates are just full of grenades.
Oh, full of them.
Yep.
Okay. I will pocket one of each
Fair enough.
because I didn't realize I was doing it, and I just kind of pocketed them.
Light
That's-
fingers.
I do love a Jawa who has always got grenades. I love anybody who's always got grenades. I've always got grenades. And actually thinking about it, I'm probably just going to take the Vibra Blade because the Vibra Axe probably put me over my encumbrance.
Righty-ho. Now, you guys, any questions and or otherwise information requests?
Yeah, what's on the table in front of us? What does it appear to be?
It appears to be a rather large device.
That's what teleported me.
Say again?
Kill it with fire.
Oh, it did. Now, if any of you would like to try and identify it,
I would.
Yeah,
I'm knowledgeable.
you are, and you did spend time working with Imperials. Well, the Republic, didn't you?
No, with the Confederacy and a short time with the Imperials.
Ah, right, okay. In that case,
I do have education lore and knowledge lore and knowledge education. I'm trained in those.
I would say education, possibly. Or education, or possibly warfare. Kind of interlinked on this one. But yeah, you're all set up, ready to roll.
Okay. I will go with education. Would anybody care if I use one of our light side points? We have 3 and 3.
I would fully encourage this.
Yeah, use them away. That's what they're for.
Okay, I'd like to ask, the group before I do. I don't want to be a hog. Okay, so I have to do an upgrade on mine. Okay, I did one upgrade. Hopefully this should work. I'm not a player. I'm always a GM. So I've done one upgrade on mine. I'm going to roll my die. So hopefully it'll put it in the chat window correctly. So I should be rolling 2 yellow and 2 green with that upgrade. And it did work out correctly. And that is 2 success, 2 threat, and a triumph.
Well, I'm not
I
quite
am
sure what to make of
triumphant!
it. First triumph on an intelligence check. I'm not quite sure what to make of that then.
Okay, well we can start off with the threat if you want to. What would you like to do with the threat? It could be as mundane as I'm thinking really hard and I spend a couple of strain as I'm like, what in the world is it? You can make it, that mundane, kind of freaking myself out a little bit, or you could impose a setback die on me later on. Like next round, next time we do something, I can take a setback die as I'm distracted, still about, continually thinking about the object.
I'll tell you what. You successfully identify it.
Okay.
As a concussion bomb.
All right, let everybody know. We have a concussion bomb.
You're fully versed in it and its application, and you know that it would be used by starships as an offensive weapon, and it contained. This appears to be the armor-piercing warhead section, with a small energy pack. You know that when a concussion bomb goes off, it generates an immense concussive shockwave, which just obliterates everything around it, but also disrupts instrumentation and equipment. However,
kind of like an EMP as well.
Yeah, it does generate a severe amount of electromagnetic interference. However, you believe it is inert.
Why do I get the feeling Dr. is just going to start twatting this thing?
Doing what?
Twatting it.
Hitting it.
Oh.
It's a British parlance.
Oh, okay. Like fucking with it.
Yes.
Pretty much, yeah.
No. I'm a doctor, not a mechanic. Well, I can look at it and with my monocle, take my monocle on and off, and him and haw about it. I don't think I'd really be too much into wanting to dick around with it. Okay. So you're telling me I believe it to be inert. With my triumph, would I know if that could be easily rectified and be brought back online?
Indeed.
So you look at it and I can tell, well, the item is shut down, but it could very easily be brought back online. Okay.
Damn, they were terrorists.
And about how heavy would you say the item is?
Ooh.
By looking at it, would it be like 1 ton, a few hundred pounds? Do we have a repulsor lift thing around here, like a little repulsor lift trolley that we can maneuver it with back to our ship?
I'd say it'd be about 1/4 of a ton.
a
You're breaking up a bit there, Gabe.
oh, I was gonna say is the table. It's
The table is of sturdy construction.
I just want to go back to the point where we're taking a bomb back to my ship. That's probably not a good idea.
that wasn't my thought, but okay.
I mean, we've already been slightly fingered for being aid to this terrorist threat. Best thing we can probably do is leave it.
Okay, all right. Just wondering. But still, now would that be in kilogram or in pounds? Okay, that's a big difference between 500 pounds and 500 kilograms. 2.2. Multiply kilograms by 2.2.
It's heavy.
Pounds. I mean, 500 pounds is still heavy, but 500
four-
kilograms is
453 kilos.
holy shit. Yeah, we're not moving that by hand. That's almost an American ton. 2,000 pounds.
Yeah, I mean, if we live through this and we can find somebody who might want to purchase it, then I'm all up for coming back and getting it with the right equipment.
Okay, I did. Oh, all right.
But it without having a buyer lined up, it seems stupid to.
So
Well, I'm thinking that we could use it in our Great Escape too, shoot at a bunch of TIE fighters.
just launch a concussion bomb at Darth Vader's Star Destroyer as you leave Tatooine.
No.
No, we promised we weren't going to fuck with canon.
It's all right. You'll be leaving on the opposite
Help
side
that
of the planet.
1300 out.
Oh look, there's Solo. Get rid of him. So yeah, as you are, you know, Doctor is doing the. Oh, no, gonna need a repulsor lift for this. You hear a rather sort of guttural animal screaming coming from beyond the door to your left.
Quick, activate the bomb. Totally teasing.
That's the final solution. Sorry.
Not to interrupt you, but did I have a quick question? What did you want to do with my 2 threat that I had left over?
Aha, yes. What I'll do is I will give you a setback die on your next Dubri.
Okay.
So I'll put that on there now. But yeah. I'll give you a setback for your next check. Or
All right.
attack, whatever. Just because.
So
I've got
we
set one out here in front of me too, that way remember.
Say again?
I put one out in front of me. I've got my dice bag here. Anyway, but then I put one out in front of me, that way I can look at it and remember going, oh yeah, I got to take a setback die.
I've got mine to the left, just in case I want to use them outside of the Roll20. But yes, you hear this animal screaming, sort of aggressive shouting from beyond the door to your left. Heart of a lion.
So that way.
Yes.
All right, a quick vote. Who wants to go that way? No? Okay.
Whee!
Well, can you ping where the sound came from?
Well, it's sort of echoing down corridors.
Okay.
From the sound that it was, it's kind of indecipherable which one it came from. It seemed to echo out from both of them.
Okay, well, I'm going to tell our party here, well, I do not think we should be splitting up. We should stay together.
Yeah, good plan. I'll stay with the Joe.
Oh, but I wanted to go to
I will
Dagobah.
go that way. I will go with the group.
So you hear more very aggressive sort of growling. You hear the clanking of a chain, and you hear a voice go, "Get it! We'll need it to get past the voodoo."
Why do I think they've got like a baby crat dragon chained up in there?
I've got a
Hey,
feeling you might
it could be
I mean,
an ancient crate
that's-
just sort of sifting through the sand that they've trapped. It could be.
Gee.
Hey, my last adventure I ran, I finally threw in a Sarlacc, and I had to fight a Sarlacc.
Nice.
Yeah, they did pretty well with it.
See, I'll just throw womp rats at you.
So, Mozzie, you taking point?
I just was going that way. Hell no, am I taking point? I'm hiding between you guys.
You are small and therefore insignificant. Go first.
Any way I can sort of sneak around this corner?
You certainly can try a bit of sneaky. I imagine it would be skullduggery in this old chestnut. Would it not?
No, there's stealth.
Oh, there is stealth. Oh, there we go then. Right, let me just check. That's my dice pool. I need to add yours. Do they sync up if I use the GM dice pool? I can't remember.
Yeah, it'll automatically sync up.
Okay, so you should be good. Triple success on stealth. Well, you're stealthy.
I'm so stealthy I forget where I am.
You are a shadow. You just up and vanish like a fart on a wind.
Where did Dirth go to?
Just hear voices
Put
from
it out of here like I did.
hear voices from all around you. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here.
So
Is it Ben Kenobi?
Oh God, I force ghosted. Jesus.
Oh no, blue glowy, and in 20 years' time, you'll be played by a different character, by a different actor, and then So yeah, you can actually, with your stealthiness, you can help Doctore and Mozzie sneak as well.
Yes.
So you can give those extra successes to them in order for them to sort of follow in your silent footsteps.
Obviously, I'm leading by example on the stealth.
So feel free to go around the corner.
It's okay, guys. It's infinite black. Nothing ever went wrong in infinite black.
So as you sneak around the corner, you see your previous charges distracted with trying to get past two angry-looking dewbacks that are chained up in this larger section of the tunnels. And it looks like they're trying to get to the dewbacks' eggs.
I don't know a lot about dewbacks, but I know you don't fuck with their eggs.
So if you wanted to strike first, as it were, if you wanted to just straight out shoot them, you can, and you can roll an initiative cool. If you want to try and handle it diplomatically or find out what's going on, then by all means.
To be perfectly fair, firstly, I'm the only one sort of kitted out, I would imagine, for a fight. And I don't necessarily think there needs to be a fight.
Get it working, huh?
So I think we try the diplomatic approach, and if all else fails, we shoot him in the face.
Oh, I'm good in a fight.
But we need to know what they're actually doing in there. We know that they need the eggs for.
All right, do you have my difficulty set up for my stealth check, Jim?
You don't need to make a stealth check.
Oh, okay.
Because Drith got 3 successes.
Okay.
That's actually, as per the tooltips in Roll20.
Oh, okay.
I know. I was surprised by that. I thought that was advantage as well. But yeah, for each extra success, can be given to another player.
All right. Well, I did not know that myself.
I know. I thought, what exactly am I going to do here with 3 successes on a stealth? But yeah, that's apparently it.
Yeah, I don't know everything about the game, but
It might just be an oversight on whoever did the sheet for Roll20, but
well, hey, whatever you want to do, however it works for you, man. So, okay, I'm not going to roll then. Since I might set back that coming to me though.
But what do you want to do then? Do you want to blast these guys, or do you want to try and speak to them first?
We have a relationship. These are the guys we brought to Tatooine, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I think we should try to talk to them, but we do have a relationship with them.
Yeah, I'm thinking we swan in there all cool
why would we
and
want to
calm.
shoot them?
Yeah, exactly. I think we swan in there all cool, calm, and collected. Hey boys, how's it going? Long time no see. Hey, you terrorists now. Yeah, that sort of thing.
I don't know if I'd use that word. But you want to take point? You want me to talk to them?
You tend to be a lot better at the talky than I do, even though you've got no empathy. I don't know how it works.
You don't need empathy to bullshit people. You're a psychopath. I tell people what they want to hear.
Exactly. Yeah, so we'll just waltz in. We'll announce our presence
Okay.
by saying, "Good evening, gentlemen," or something along those lines.
I like that idea. Okay, that's what I'll do. I'll walk up and I'll clear my vocabulary.
Sorry, I thought clearing your vocabulary would be like trying to access the internet in 1998.
The dial-up modem sound. But no, I kind of give a little cough to let them know, there are people here. We're, trying to, and I also kind of give the motion like lower your weapons down if you have them out.
I'm good. I haven't got my weapons in my hand, but it's at my side.
Okay, yeah, I don't, people, holding guns up. Hey, we're here to talk to you. Oh, I'm going to shoot you in the fucking face.
Yeah. It's like casual, sort of like at the side. I'm going to wave to them with the gun in my hand. Just.
So they are taken aback by the sudden noise behind them, and the Deveronian spins around with his blaster pistol raised.
I've got my hands kind of in front of me, like my fingertips are on each other. It's kind of the very nonchalant.
The Bond villain.
Not yeah. Well, they're not. I'm putting up on the camera that we so do, but they're down. But yeah,
he spins around, sees you, and is taken aback. The Weequay, who is the one who's trying to get into the eggs, also spins around, but clops a nice right claw from one of the dewbacks and gets thrown towards you.
Oh.
Does he land at our feet, or are we dodging?
No, you don't worry, you're not dodging. He just gets sort of swiped and has a nice large dewback claw across his shoulder.
So he's now out of distance of the dewback.
Yeah, they're chained up, so they're literally sort of pulling on their the chains in the wall.
Okay.
Well, good evening, my friends. Good evening.
Yep, I don't want him. It's all right. The Foley artist is now done. Love you. And she's still ignoring me. Right, never mind.
I thought maybe the Deveronian was miming to us.
So Deveronian, so he spun around. Argon gets whomped, and he goes, "Ah! What are you doing here?"
I'm afraid that we come with bad news.
Today is only bad news.
And for that we are sorry. But it seems the Imperials are here and they've killed the bartender. They're trying to break into your basement.
So, right.
Well, I actually kind of think, considering they were behind the locked door with the bartender, I'm pretty sure they're the guy who killed him.
Or is this Doctori's attempt to say that, you know, you're on side, as it were?
Yeah, yeah, we're on side as long as it,
Yeah, I'm trying not to threaten them and saying, you murdered him. It's just, no.
I don't know. I see how you're doing.
Again, I'm a psychopath. I tell people what they want to hear.
I like it. Yeah, the Mamu lowers his pistol slightly.
And I slowly reach to my side to where I keep my medical equipment and point to his wound. I can treat your injury.
The Weequay sort of shrugs and holds his shoulder and looks to the Deveronian. And the Deveronian just sort of nods.
I only charge 5,000 credits. I'm kidding. And with that, I'll grab my medical equipment and give him a med check.
Okay, doke.
I will take a step back to my next skill check. So do you have that programmed into your skill area?
I actually put that on your sheet already, rather than in the GM dice pool.
Okay.
What sort of difficulty would it be? You're not under any sort of strenuous.
No, it should go by the difficulty of the injury.
Well, it ain't a crit.
And then medicine. Current wounds equal half or less than wound threshold would be an easy check. So you have
it's
to kind
just
of
an easy check. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. And then I also get a blue die for my medical equipment.
Right, boost's on. Or have you already got your boost on there? Is that just in
No,
the standard?
I have to do that. And then I will get an automatic advantage as well. I'm looking at my Ogden character generator real quick here. And I think that came from equipment.
What was that? Sorry. What was
I get an automatic advantage, but I think it's from a piece of equipment. Yeah, for my physician's kit, I get a boost die to all medicine skill checks and advantage to all successful medicine checks. So I won't add the advantage in until I succeed.
very confident. I like it.
Yep.
Feel free to fire when ready. Heal when ready.
I don't know. Where'd you put the black die on? Yeah. Oh, right there. Okay. All right. I don't need to use a destiny point.
Whoa.
Whoa.
And I get one more advantage now too. So I get 4 advantage.
Well, you can do with them really what you will. As advantages just heal strain, don't they? Well, they eliminate strain rather.
Yeah, on this check, if he had strain damage done to him, I could heal up his strain. But I doubt he did. So I'd like to use my 4 advantage to give myself a free upgrade on either the charm check or the coercion. Well, it wouldn't be a coercion check, but a charm check or even a deception check, depending on how you want to call it. I'm saying that we're here as friends, trying to convince them we're not here as
cool.
an enemy. Here I healed a friend in good faith, made a little joke about it, and then for the advantage I like to use to get that free upgrade. Going, hey, no, we're really here, dude, to help you guys out. I'm not.
No, yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, by all means.
And then I don't know if you want. I'm not really lying to the guy. I mean, I did kind of lie, saying, "Hey, the Stormtroopers killed that dude out there, but we're here to help," and really we are. I'm not doing it threateningly, so I wouldn't rule out coercion.
I'd probably either
I'm
go...
lying or charm. They're identical skills for me.
Yeah, I'd probably go with charm.
Okay.
I mean, only because you're trying to be all buddy with them, rather than trying to coerce them into something that they wouldn't particularly want to do. You're just trying to sort of go, "Hey, we're friends. Look, I just healed this guy." So yeah, I'd go with charm on that one.
Okay, I'm not going to use a destiny point, but I did put the upgrade in there for using my forward advantage to do that. Do you have the difficulty set on a charm check for me?
Yes, I do. As it's a Deveronian, there's 2 purples on there because they're pretty stubborn, and his line of work.
You know what? Would you guys mind if I used up another destiny point on the charm check?
No, that's perfectly fine.
Okay, we'll do that then. And that should give me 1 green and 2 yellow on it.
Yeah, because everything working to our advantage here, so.
Ooh.
Oh, a fill to advantage. Okay, so can I use my 2 advantage while they may be hesitant? They don't necessarily just outright think I'm just lying to them and don't believe me. So basically, we could do another round of negotiation where I could attempt to check it one more time. They're hesitant.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
So it's a failure. They're not buying it completely, but they're like, "Well, this is very weird. How'd you guys get in here? What are you doing down here?"
Yeah, we'll go with that. We'll go with that. I was going to
So-
go initiative time. No.
If you're saying that they use those words of how'd you get down here, I'll pipe up and kind of like, "Oh, good, you guys got my signal for the lights going on and off. There was Imperials trying to find you, and we were trying to not let you know we were down. You were in that room and down here. So yeah, I helped you let you know that there was danger or needed help. One of the 2."
I love that idea, Gabe.
I tell you what, I'm not even going to have you roll for that, just because of the way that you tried to play that out. They with Doctore healing the weak way, and then going, "Hey, look, blah 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 blah," and Mozzie saying that the lights flashing and the turbo lift activating was down to him trying to warn them. They believe you, and Mamu lowers his weapon.
And I didn't try and shoot anybody. I mean,
no, I know. This is miraculous.
It's got to count for something.
And
the Imperials are wanting to question us because we brought you here to Tatooine, and we do not like questions.
it is always nice to know that we have people on our side. We could use your experience. We are about to beat a hasty retreat.
I'm all up for that.
Well, I have found when it is time to retreat, you should not beat it, but treat it with respect.
You are very strange.
I had to Play with my monocle.
Oh, fuck.
Broke Jim, yay!
Porch is like, why did I recruit this guy? Oh my God. Fucking Americans.
It's all good. Hey, you know the system. You get a golden pass.
Who knows what's going on?
So Argon stands up, and he is actually holding a rather small dewback egg, which is why the dewbacks are still quite venomous. Oh, and there's the bounty hunter.
Oh, hey, we have a guy. Yay.
Whoop.
All right, well, with that, I'm going to take a quick break.
Okay. I really thought that was going to play out differently.
You thought we were going to go in there all guns a-blazing.
I did.
Using stealth to our advantage.
That's what Novavic would do. I always ask myself, what would Novavic do?
That's what Yanis would do as well. But
I know.
Drift is slightly different.
I can see to get combat out of you, I'm going to have to force it upon you.
Just not stormtroopers, please. You remember how that went for us.
Yes, I do.
This is why all my characters will now carry grenades.
Hello, Mark.
Hey, sorry for being so late.
That's all right. It's all good.
Shit happens.
Yeah.
That's fine. Mozzie's got us in trouble. Mozzie's got us out of trouble.
It appears you're about to get in more trouble as accomplices to terrorists.
Great.
So another day in the galaxy.
But I mean, let's be fair. These are trumped-up charges by some empire that just so happens to be in power.
Just some empire, nothing big.
Yeah, it's not like they're all over the place.
Yeah, it's not like they're like super powerful or anything.
Yeah,
They're
it's
just like some little company, some little like startup that started.
Yeah, it's not like they got some moon-sized planet-destroying super weapon somewhere.
Yeah, or made two of them, or I don't know where we are at the minute.
Or all of the Emperor's secret facilities where all his secret weapons programs and
Yeah,
zombie
like
zombie stormtroopers.
Right, we don't talk about zombie stormtroopers.
I know they've officially wiped them out of canon now with the black guys being death troopers rather than shadow troopers. Kind of sad about that.
You don't know yet whether they are death troopers.
No, they're shadow troopers, but they're called death troopers now.
They're just a death squad. That's all it is.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so they are now pretty much on side, or they think you're on their side, and
Okay.
helping their cause, as it were.
Sure.
Well, that's a good thing because I think I'm on their side too.
I'm on.
I'd rather be on their side than the Imperials.
I will work for whoever's paying me the most.
I like that idea. It's a good idea.
Imperials will pay you.
So yeah, Mamu says, we need to get off this planet. Somehow they got tipped off, and they knew we were here. The Bothan was working for the Empire. He had to be eliminated.
Well, unless you've got a ship hidden away somewhere, we're not getting back to the Scarecrow.
Are you sure he was working for the Empire and not for the sun with the dark thing?
The Dark Sun.
Well, I don't say it that way, but yeah, if you want to correct me, you can.
Yeah, I'm in character.
Are you sure? Because the other one had it, and he didn't want to shoot him in the face.
I have no issues with the Dark Suns whatsoever. I'm just going to point this out now.
The Devronian looks and says, that evil woman was just his bodyguard. contracted to work for him for an absurd amount of credits.
Well, somebody overpaid her because she was crap at her job.
He seemed to think he had the situation under control. His fault for not having weapon scanners on his cantina doors. Are you with us? We could use a pilot who's good in a tricky situation.
I'm the best pilot in the galaxy.
We'll see about that.
Just get me to a ship and I'll get us away from here.
I made the Kessel run underneath 100 parsecs, damn it.
Get it
But-
right. It was
but-
98.
No,
But
that's what I said, under 100.
if we stay low for, 46 hours now, we can get onto our ship again. And we don't have to leave our brandy. Yeah.
We have a plan for the brandy. It's not all as it seems.
You mean like it's even better brandy than you thought you'd give us?
Remember,
Well-
I didn't say anything prior to you guys.
No, we know absolutely nothing. We are Jon Snowing it right now.
Let's just say it'll blow your head off.
Oh, it's a strong batch, is it? I like strong alcohol.
But we haven't got time for the pleasantries. We need to get past the voodoo.
What's a voodoo?
A native creature to this desolate, disgusting.
Oh,
hot
my bad. I would
planet.
have to repronounce that. I would say, what is a voodoo? He's German. The V's and W's are backwards.
That would be a rather strange practice from Terra. Come, this is why we need the eggs. And they start beating a rather, not a hasty, but fast-paced march.
I pipe up and I do believe you have made a mistake. I am a medical droid, not a culinary droid.
That stupid Bothan kept the voodoo down here so he could make the best omelets in all of Tatooine. But we need to get past them. And for that,
That would be like epic Star Wars adventure dealing with like making omelets.
oh dude, there was a quest for that in Star Wars Galaxies. Not quite making omelets, but Jabba the Hutt's favorite meal.
Oh, I remember that one.
Yeah, working for the Jabba the Hutt's chef.
Yeah, because you used to work for a lot of people in Jabba's Palace one.
Yeah, those theme parks were horrible. So they run through, and
Okay, well we did talk to them about our ship is impounded for another 45 hours.
Well, they were there when it all happened.
yeah, they seem to be totally unfazed by that, and they said they did say to Drith that they need a pilot who could handle himself in a pinch. So you could naturally assume that they know of a ship that's not subject to the lockdown.
I'm just going to point this out now. If it's a YT-1300, I'm out.
Would I give you a YT-1300?
Yeah, just to fuck with me, you would.
No, because I'm not a big fan of the 1300 either.
Oh, good. Nor am I.
Yes!
Yes!
This deal gets better all the time.
I'm a Star Wars fanatic, but I shy away from the mainstream.
Far too overused.
Yeah.
Far too overused.
I don't like Mandalorians. I love Boba Fett. He's been my favorite character since I was a child. And, I remember seeing the original ads for him on the back of action figures. Going, what the hell is that guy? But I hate Mandalorians. And yeah, I hate anything really overused. But that's why I'm really excited about Rogue One, because it's all like brand new.
Yep. That's why I'm looking.
Did you see, off topic? I apologize, but did you see the picture of like that alien gunner guy at the? He was like looked like he was like, to me it looked like a helicopter.
Yep.
With that big gun.
Played by Warwick Davis, I think.
Okay, really?
Yeah.
I was wondering, is that going to be a Solonian from Corellia?
Possibly, actually. I don't know, you mentioned it.
That's what it looked like to me. I'm like, if they would make Solonians true canon, I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah, that's not a Solonian. Actually, they are true canon, but that's not a Solonian. But it is Warwick Davis, and he is playing a gunner. But it's the gunner of that one big ship, the one that you see landed on the beach that you see. What's his name walking up to? That's basically down and exploded. That was just what was given at the celebration. I was watching that all weekend long.
Yeah.
But that's what that is.
He's simply referred to at the moment as Space Monkey.
Yeah, they haven't really released his species as of yet. It might have been released now, but I'm waiting to see what that is. But
I don't think they released much of anything.
They released names and stuff like that, but not a lot of the aliens that are new to us in this next one. But anyways, go ahead.
Yeah, he's the Guardians of the Galaxy's lovers edition. I didn't say that.
When I saw that picture, it reminded me of like Solonians from the Corellian book.
So yeah, that does look pretty cool. Rogue One, really looking forward to it. But yeah, as you sort of round this corner, your nostrils, I'd say Doctore's, does Doctore have any sort of sensory modules?
Yeah, he's got olfactory. Yeah, he's got olfactory sensors.
Yeah. So it's just overwhelmed with the stench of feces.
I'm just going to point out, probably unaffected by this.
Oh yeah, you and your environment suit. So you're still smelling the crisp, cool air.
Yeah.
But yeah, everyone else who actually has olfactory senses open to the elements smell really acrid sort of shit smell.
I love the good smell of shit in the morning, don't you?
Doesn't everyone? And you round the corner, and there are two rather oddly shaped bird-like creatures. They've got great big fluffy abdomen with teeny tiny little wings, but giant feet. They're not even like talons. They are proper rock stomper sort of feet. And as you walk round the corner, they both start pummeling the floor and pounding their feet, causing the cavern walls to shake, and just bits of grit fall from the ceiling. And they let out an almighty shriek and charge towards the fence and the gate. And you hear a very sharp sort of... and they let out... as each of them contacts with the fence and the gate, they let out an even more dire shriek. And they just keep stamping their feet and not going near the fence. This is why we needed the Dewback egg. These voodoo go crazy for them. And Mamu throws the egg, in fact.
You're going to find an egg token.
Nope.
You're going to roll for the throw.
Yep. Yep. He throws the egg in a perfect arc over the fence and into the accumulated sort of dung pile in the far corner. And as soon as the Voodoo see it being thrown, they sort of do the raptor head of, ooh, ah, and they stomp towards it and fight over who's going to devour the egg.
I give this place a food hygiene rating of 1 star.
Mamu kicks the sort of pedestrian gate, as it were, open and says, "We haven't got long. Quickly!"
Okay.
And runs into the cage.
Okay.
And now, out of character, Mamu doesn't know the exact combination for this little panel on the wall. So he could make a computer's check if you like, or one of you can.
Mozzie.
Or I could try my little card.
You could.
And wherever the panel is, I'll try the card there. Because I never gave it back to her.
That's fine. You can give it back to her next time we see her. It'll be fine.
No,
Why
mine.
are you doing that? I pull out the data pad I got off the bartender. Is it encoded or can I open it up?
It is encrypted. It is password protected.
Is the password password?
It's not password. It's not God. It's not 12345. It's not QWERTY 12345. It's not
Is
000.
it 12356?
Ooh.
Is it
Oh,
password?
I should have did it right then and there and put his thumb on it and see if it would work like the new iPads.
Fingerprint recognition. You just get a ball of fur and just. So yeah, Mozzie, you swipe the card, or you present the card to the pad, and it just goes, and it illuminates red.
Damn you, Manny Boston.
Come on. Says
What
Mamu.
was the actual sequence from the binary code on that? Like, what did it actually say, or
Invalid code.
invalid? Okay.
Is there a reason you keep pinging the gate, Ryan?
Not particularly, but I'm useless here other than watching out for the birds.
Yeah.
They're snapping away at each other, trying to get priority on this egg.
Well, I can try to figure it out. And let's see. What was the name of this place?
On what?
The Lucky.
Oh, the cantina upstairs is the Lucky Eopie. However, you've run through a large number of tunnels.
All right. So I'll put in a combination for you said EOP, something like that.
Lucky
but-
Eopie.
But basically running through. I am not a true hacker, but I am experienced with computers because I do a lot to do with machinery. But I don't think I have any talents for that's weaponry. I need combat. Yeah. Let's see, fine-tuning redundant systems. That could come in handy right now. So, okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just start plugging in some calculations of different things, and if that doesn't come to work, then I'll have to open it up and bypass it with wiring, which I probably should do right away, but
Just checking the difficulty for a check on that one. I would say that is going to. Sorry, what are you going with first?
First, I'm going to do a computer's check to see if I can actually open it up with some kind of lucky password that isn't it's kind of like the password, but it's different for Star Wars and using the EOP.
Yeah.
And then if I don't, then I'll have to go into it and start bypassing with the wires.
Okay, doke. So, if you want to go with the computers check first, that's fine. The dice pool is not set up because I put it on the wrong sheet. I put it on the NPC sheet rather than on my pool. There you go. That is now ready for the computers check.
Alrighty.
No dice.
So no failures, no successes, no disadvantages or advantages.
It just sort of goes.
All right.
"Beep-doop."
Okay, so I'm gonna have to go in, take it apart. So I'll grab my little screwdrivers that I have, part of my toolkit, and my snippers, and snip it all up
Okay.
and bypass the wiring.
Drith and anyone else watching out for the voodoo,
Yeah.
you noticed that the egg has now been consumed.
Okay.
So, what we'll do is we'll roll some initiative.
Okay.
As they
Fair
stop
enough.
snapping at each other and at the egg, and they see that there is a nice big collection of food right in the middle of their enclosure.
So is it cool that we're rolling? Or
I would, yeah, I would say cool only because it's not like a surprise
we've
scenario,
just
and
been
you
literally
have
waiting
been
for
watching
it.
them. You know they're there, and you know all the grack. So now I get to get really confused by how Roll20 handles initiative.
I can help walk through a little bit if you'd like.
Yeah, please do, because I haven't. Yeah.
I'm finally getting the handle on it. Okay, so
Omar-
we have our turn order
Omar-
popped up.
Omar, who? Real quickly, go to your combat tab right next to your skills. And underneath
Okay.
that, you're going to hit that box saying show initiative
Yeah, it's underneath combat.
and use
Combat.
that because that'll put you on the turn order.
Okay. I'm looking for it now.
Ignore the fact that I said arms dealer. All right.
Ah, I see it.
Oh,
Now,
that's-
if you want to, Jim, it's entirely up to you, but typically whenever I have non-player characters, in Roll20, not when I do it live play, I can do it on my whiteboard in different colors, but what I've done here in Roll20, for non-player characters that are friendly people and they're part of my player character group, I give them player character slots. And then
that's
my bad guys I create as non-player characters. So I only have two teams I have to worry about. I essentially have the good guys who are PCs and all bad guys. And then in the initiative order, I let any of the good guys pick, fluid. And that way, if they're on the same team, then they can, so Mamu, Dark, and Argon Falk could take up our initiative slots if they wanted to. And I just found for me to be a little bit easier to keep that way I don't lose track of, oh man, was that an NPC a good guy or a bad guy NPC?
Yeah.
Or you can even name them. You can click on them, rename them. You can name them, NPC good guy, and then NPC for, however you want to do it. But I've done that in the past. It's worked out well for me. Again, live play, I do it a lot differently. But
No, I have no idea how exactly to read that initiative, that turn order. I really don't. I had the handy little information sheet, and it's
Yeah, basically it's PC, 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 and then your NPCs.
nah, screw it.
So it's any one of us can go at any time, and then the NPCs will end up going last.
Go for it.
So I'm sure everybody wants me to go first. Just open this thing up. So, yeah, I'm gonna be doing my mechanics and going into it and bypassing with the computer's check. So,
Jim, if you want to roll for your other bad guys too, up on the dice pool, you can go underneath the combat header, say show initiative, then make sure you click on the NPC tag, and then just roll. You can set how many dice you want to roll, and then you can roll it for each of the voodoo.
I'm not really fussed about rolling individually for them.
Okay.
At the moment, yeah. Okay. I'm just making sure that their Hoojamagoos are all set up right. Right. So yes. Trying to get my head around this. Oi. Sorry, damn flies. So yeah, you guys can go first. Whoever wants to go first, or
I want to go first.
Carry on.
well, I just thought maybe you guys want me to open up the door.
I'm totally playing, dude. I'm totally.
Oh, okay. I was like, if you want to, I thought maybe you want me to open this thing up.
No, I am not good in a fight.
FFG,
I'm being mean, Gabe.
Mechanics.
Gabe is one of the players in one of the games I GM, so.
Oh, that's for something else. Alrighty, so yeah, so go ahead and set up however you want for the difficulty for the mechanics. For the mechanics check to open up.
Right. What I'll do for the mechanics check is I will give you a choice. Now, faced with the possibility that you're about to get trampled and or eaten alive, this is going to be a daunting check.
Okay.
Or I will allow you to suffer 4 strain to knock that down to a difficult check.
Oh, I had other things in my arsenal to do that. Let's see here.
Okay, and then also I'm not really trained in computers that much, actually at all. But I'm very knowledgeable, so could I assist him?
Well, I'll be doing mechanics, so.
You're doing mechanics?
Yeah, because I'm opening it up and working the system.
It's still Intel. I've got a 4 Intel, so it's 4 green. So I'm not trained in it, but so can I go ahead and assist him and pass along a boost die to him?
I actually am skilled.
Sorry, you broke up a bit there, Mark.
I'm skilled in mechanics, so I could help him. Either.
As far as assistance goes, is it a booster or is it just adding on any proficiency dies?
It's just
well, I would recommend the guy that cannot do anything in combat, help him out.
Okay.
I roll 1 green for everything in combat. So
we'll go with the booster then.
Help out, and anything it should be to fight. That'd be my logic.
Okay.
But Mark, if you don't want to help him out, you can, and it would operate a little bit differently. You would take like the higher ability and the higher skill ranks and create like a whole new skill. It becomes a little more difficult on the computer, but for Dirth Danto, who's looked at, I think, no, I'm sorry, Vaso, I think he's a decent fighter.
Yeah.
I think that would be the better way to go.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. Again, if you really want to help out with mechanics, I'm not going to.
No. Go on ahead. You've twisted my arm.
I provide a boost die. And then I think Mozzie does have some cool talents that can help out bring down difficulty or something like that too. Gabe, you want to explain all that?
Nope, it's not actually bringing down. It's other things, but Nope, I'm pretty much set. I just want to know if whatever we're doing, I'm not going to blow my strain because I'm kind of used to working in difficult situations, fast situations. It'll be a little tricky, but Houdini, got to do it.
Okie doke. So yeah, it's a daunting check, but you have got a boost die. That's all set up for you.
Do you want to use up our last remaining light side point?
I was going to say, if you want to use the last remaining light side point, now would be a really good time to use it.
You guys read my mind as I was pushing the button. So. All right, so we're all ready to go.
Daunting is 4 purple die or 5?
4.
I can never, for as long as I've been running a stupid game, I always want, when I learned how to play it, I learned it incorrectly because somebody told me, oh, formidable is 4 dice. I'm like, oh, formidable is 4. That's great. That's an easy way to remember it. And because I learned it wrong, I can never, so I'm trying to think, formidable is not 4. So then I always get confused on college. Okay, so we're looking at 4 purple die. You're getting an upgrade. You're getting a blue die from me.
Yep,
so
got it all set.
Our initiative count is back to back. The 3-2 and the 2-3. You and I are going pretty much at the same time.
Okay. Are you ready for me to roll?
Yep, all good.
Okay. So here we go.
Well, let me check out my dice. Okay. Yeah, I don't have anything on my dice pools either. Okay.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Wow.
Ooh. My meager assistance helped out. Well, no, not really. It wouldn't have mattered if. Well, maybe that advantage. Maybe you took one less threat because of me.
Oh, okay. So you added a blue. So take out the advantage. So it'll be another threat because I put a blue in mine.
Aha.
I didn't add a blue.
No, I had the blue all.
He added a blue as well.
I put it all in the dice pool.
Maybe you had a cool toolkit that helped you out. Maybe you had the proper tools.
Maybe you're just awesome.
No, I mean, that's literally a thing in the game. If you have the proper tools, it can grant you a boost die as well.
Yep.
Not in my tool set. They don't give me anything. They just say, "You have a tool set. Here's your tool set." I'm like, okay.
It's pretty much GM discretion. So
There's a
whatever
better
Joe
tool
wants to do.
set that does. There's a much better, but I didn't have like 500 credits for it.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, it's up to Joe what he wants to do then.
So
take off for success if you want them.
So, fuck. Well, here's the thing, right? With mechanics checks, you can reduce the time required by, 10% per additional success, or 10 to 20% per additional success. As soon as you rip off the panel, and you snip a wire, snip another wire, and connect, the opposite ends, it's done. The wall just sort of goes in slightly and then slides up before the voodoo have even had a chance to take a step forward. And a small opening in the wall, literally about normal human height, so around about 6'2", and a couple of foot wide, just sort of slides up.
Boss, it's open, boss.
So, yeah.
I came out. Mozzie, you did it! Very good job.
That is the most amazing roll I have ever seen, considering, it was a daunting check. That is insane.
Wow. Well, they get better. Believe me, Jim. They get a lot better than that. I mean, that was a good. I'm not denying what Gabe did. I mean, but they get crazy out there, especially when you get like a couple triumph and despair in one chat.
And if you did any setback dice, I do apologize because I did take away 3. So I'm going into the room-ish thing.
Well, actually, we've already acted, Mozzie. Our turn
Yeah,
is
but
over.
I did action. I didn't do my maneuver. My maneuver was going in.
This is true.
Okay, yeah.
Mozzie's just like, door open and gone. And I took just.
I'm going to stand back. I'm gonna wait.
just
to
for
make
the
sure.
sheer volume of success, and you opened the next door as well. You spliced the right cables.
The cable whisperer.
So yeah, next PC.
So are we like just leaving, or are we gonna try and attack these, or what's going on?
If there's no need to kill them for the sake of just killing them, we might as well get out.
Okay, well then in that case, I'll go last.
I was gonna say, Drift is gonna say to everybody, "Go, just go, quick, go."
Well, I'm staying with Driss. Then everybody else can go. We'll keep them at bay.
Because then we can back through the door. And
Yeah. Sounds good to me.
so if everybody else wants to go, Doctore, you using your movement?
All right, so I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait, and I'll be the last one to go back through the door.
What?
So we've got 3 of us who are going to be last to go through the door.
Okay, well, I figured I'd probably be the least appealing and appetizing target for them.
Yeah, but you're also like
I'm
Yeah,
not
but you
the
guys,
least useful.
yeah, you guys can shoot and go in, or you can go in and not shoot, or whatever. It doesn't
Well,
really
my
matter.
turn's over now. My turn is over. I decided I'm not going to use my maneuver. So at the bottom of the turn order, there should be like an arrow. Jim, hit the arrow 2 times. That'll take it from the 2-3 to the 2-1, and then go to 1-3.
No,
The 1-3 should be
we're,
highlighted.
we're on the 2-1 because the 3-2 went first and then the 2-3. So we'll
Yeah.
be on the 2-1.
And that was my action of helping him.
No, you were the 2-3.
Yeah, because
Okay, okay, I apologize. Yep.
Yeah.
I did it once now already. Okay, so yeah, my turn's over for
Yeah,
this round.
so we're on 2-1 now.
Yep. So whatever anybody else
one
wants to
take
do
then.
now is
well, I tell you what then. If I move up to just the other side of the door and then beckon Mamu and Argon through, so I'll do that. I'll be the other side of the door just so I can see but not blocking the way too much. And then I'll be waving those guys through the door.
Sounds good.
Okay, so they're going to go through. They're just like, doors open, we're going. Fadoomp, fadoomp. And so, tick.
So then, yeah, I'll just take my movement and I'll just kind of move towards the door as well. So I'm just kind of, I suppose, on the far side of the door, waiting for the doctor to get through.
So you're just outside the door, yeah?
Yeah.
Okie dokie. And so the Voodoo stamp forward, shaking the room with every step of their giant feet. And move into engaged range with Omohoris. Oh no, Omahu.
Okay.
Why has it changed your name again? I actually, when I placed your character on the map earlier, it came out as Omahu. Why has it changed it back? I have no idea.
It obviously doesn't like my name change.
It really doesn't. It's like, no, this was your name to begin with. This is what
You
it's going to
picked
be
this
now.
name. You have to stick with this name.
Right. Now, unfortunately for you, it didn't take them far to get into engaged range.
Okay.
And now, just as a newbie GM, I keep on saying DM. Yeah. Right. Combat. I did leave myself a little note. Where did it go? There we go. So actually, difficulty 2. There we are. I did have all the things I wanted. No need to ask. Always professional.
You're on top of things.
Oh yeah. I knew there was a reason I put all these helpful little sheets in. So yes, unfortunately for you, one of them is going to go kabunk.
Bring it on.
And just because you have given me so many, I'm going to use a dark side point. Just for the sake of the story, they are particularly angry that they only had one egg and then there was a lot of food coming into their enclosure.
I like how you give a reason for the dark side point.
Well, you know.
No, I try to do that to my games, so I do like that.
Where did I do with the sheet? Where's it gone? There it is. Oh, I hope you're ready for this. I hope I'm ready for this. Oh,
Yes.
Double crit.
oh dear.
Or he got knocked down.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Deactivated knockdown.
So yeah, the knockdown is activated.
And
So
disorient would be activated too. Well, it depends on what they're. I still have to always look up weapon qualities. By the book, it says 2 advantage to activate knockdown. And then disoriented for 1 round if it got activated.
on the knockdown.
The knockdown is activated, yeah, with 2 advantage.
So yeah, knockdown, and the triumph is a crit. Damn.
Typically, it didn't have to be a crit if you don't want it to be. They could have bit his weapon, or they could have bit his arm.
This was a solid kick from their tree trunk like legs.
Yeah, typically it takes 2 advantage to activate a quality. So with 3 advantage, 1 quality got activated. Yeah, so it'd require 2 to activate the knockdown and 2 to activate disorient.
Okay, so they just get the knockdown in.
And you don't want to be prone for very long, because if you're prone, you get a boost die on a melee attack. They would get a boost die on a melee attack.
With the extra, or with the leftover advantage, I say, the second one gets a boost.
Anyway, ooh. And he'll get another boost for you being prone.
So yeah, 8 damage. Obviously minus your soak.
Okay, just 2 seconds now till I get that up.
And if you want Mark to roll the critical, he can roll it right there on his sheet.
Yeah, I know. I love the fact that they put that in, and it comes up with the instant effect.
Okay, so my soap is 2.
Oh.
So I take 6 wounds.
I'm going to be useful this adventure.
See, I wanted to make everyone useful this adventure.
And here was me thinking your 1 green die in combat was going to be useful.
Oh, yeah,
So
totally.
yeah,
Totally.
Mark, do me a favor.
Yeah,
I'm sorry to have to do this on, the first official session.
sure.
But go to combat, I believe. No, is it
No,
combat?
character info.
Character info.
Character info.
Yeah. And roll. Scroll down to critical injuries, and there's a big blue button with D20,
Roll.
and it says roll critical.
Now, Jim,
Okay.
if they did have like if you already had a couple of crits where it says critical roll offset, you can type in that number, like 10 or 20 or 30. Make sure you click out of that number box, and then you hit roll critical, and it'll roll the D100, and then up on the window, the chat window, will show you what the D100 rolled, and it'll add in that number you put in, the 20 or the 30, add it, and then tell you what that critical is at that new number.
Yeesh.
So if you have like a weapon that's got the lethal blows,
Mhm.
a plus 10, or if you suffered, a couple critical hits already, it'd be a plus 10 or 20. So I thought that was a really great function that they did.
This is actually by far the best sort of character sheet Roll20 has that I've seen, that I've played.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it, and it's taken me a little while of figuring it out, really. And luckily, one of my other players, me and him were both on about an hour early one day, and so we sat down, and he knew a little bit more about the character sheet than I did, but not too much more. So he helped explain it a lot more to me, and then we both kind of figured out some new stuff with it. I'm like, oh man, that was beautiful.
So yeah, go ahead and roll that critical injury for us, Mark.
To do it now, yeah.
Uh-huh. That's not too bad. Oh, you're not
And you're
prone
not
to
prone.
suffer a strain.
I try to get up, but fall back down again.
Here. So
One straight.
You're double prone, dude.
you're like prone, and then you're like prone.
Is that
Okay,
like,
so I took 6 wounds from the attack, right?
6 wounds from the attack and suffer 1 strain as well.
So I'm gonna put my current to 6.
Yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
Or are we going? Okay. and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
1 strain.
Say it current 6. Yeah, we're going 0 to threshold.
Cool.
After the big debate on the internet.
Yeah. Hooray, internets! Right. Now, I'm sorry to say it's the second one.
Quit
And
again.
he'll get 2 boost die.
Uh-oh. Oh, I don't want to add another
Well-
gravestone to my list.
This is why I built the bounty hunter.
Yeah, it's
you know,
very
to
hard to die
protect
in this game.
things.
It's actually very hard to die in this game. If you break your threshold, you're not dead.
No, I know. I mean, well, it's the criticals I'm worried about.
Well, yeah, but he's got to roll above a 151.
Yeah, true. So yeah, another foot comes crushing down on you.
Okay.
And you got your doctor right here. He's not going to hurt very long.
Oh. Wow. So yeah, that's a thing that happened.
Mm-hmm.
look on the bright side, those boost dice came to nothing.
True.
Well, you always gotta look on the bright side
Yep.
when you're almost dead, ish.
Did you keep the yellow end from the other? Oh no, never mind. It went away.
It's all good. Right. So the outcome of that is just extra damage per success.
But you didn't roll any difficulty die.
Oh, was there no difficult?
I'm glad someone's keeping an eye on things.
the hell
I
did
did
I
not
take
see
them
that.
off? Right.
And you don't have any armor. You don't have like a melee defense of 1 or anything, Mark.
Yeah, well, see, I actually would I have a weapon like? That's the thing.
No, like armor. Like you.
Oh no, not my armor, no, but my weapon actually has.
Oh, your weapon gives you melee defense 1.
This says defense 1 on it, so
Yeah.
defensive
then you
1.
have melee defense 1.
Yeah.
Okay. So
But
that
yeah,
brings
ignore
me
that
down.
roll because there was no setback on it. I don't know why I took them off.
Yeah. So it should be 2 purple and 1 black.
One black.
Yeah, he's got melee defense 1 because of his weapon.
Ah,
What weapon does that for you, Mark?
That is a vibro sword.
nice.
That gives you a setback. Forces a setback die on the.
Yeah, on the attacker.
Oh, that's
Crap.
worse.
Well, Could be a critical hit if you want it to be, but does much damage. Does much damage.
Mm-hmm. So yeah.
So I don't get up.
But hey, the two boots die did nothing again, but neither did that defense.
So yeah. So it's one damage per additional success, isn't it?
Correct.
Yeah. Yes.
Yep. So it's your base damage plus 1 success for every uncanceled success. So that would be 10 damage right there. So for him, it'd be 8 more damage to him.
Yeah. Just because of the size of the creature, the weight they're putting behind their stamping, I'm going to say roll for another crit because they are proper. These are crushing blows.
Okay.
Okay. So now what you want to do, Mark, in that character info tab, where you've got the critical injury, got the critical roll offset, type in the number 10, make sure you click out of that window completely, and then you can hit roll critical again, and that should roll a new D100 and add in the 10 to it.
So I add
Because
10.
for every time you take a crit, so now if you take another crit, it'll be a plus 20. So you already have 2 crit. You'd have 2 crits. So you already have 1 crit, so it's going to be a crit plus 10. So for every crit you take, you're adding another plus 10 to your crit roll.
So
and that's how you can get up to that.
Does that go into the critical number or the critical roll offset?
Critical roll offset.
Okay, so 10 into there.
And make sure you click out of that.
Out of it. And roll critical again.
Yep. And then now you can see where it said the current critical is 1 times 10. Dice roll offset 10. Dice roll is 11. Total 21. No.
31.
It should be 21.
I think I imagine it's already added in.
Okay, then heal that critical hit, and then try to get it. Don't roll in the 10 number then. So maybe it is taking into account.
So they have really done this sheet well.
So I guess what the dice roll offset would be is if you have lethal blows.
Or vicious or something like that, maybe.
Or vicious, yeah, that's where it would come in. Okay, so if you already have a critical hit showing, you don't have to do anything. The sheet will do that.
Yeah, because I'm already
apologize.
bowed over.
Yeah,
Okay, I apologize. I didn't
right.
realize
I've reset it for you, so I've healed that crit and taken off the offset. So just hit roll critical again.
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, okay, now that worked. Okay, but that's pretty high though. But
Yeah.
Move all checks until the end of the encounter. It's another critical hit, but that one's not too bad.
Yeah, that's all right. You can survive. You've still got plenty of time to survive.
So what? 8 more?
Yeah, 8 damage.
8 damage.
Fun. Okay.
Are you at your threshold yet?
2 seconds. Do mass.
Oh, you still got plenty of time.
I'm good. Kind of. Oh, there you go. Could I?
Oh man.
Oh, there's plenty of bar left there.
It's still
Yeah.
good.
And I don't know. I kind of like that because it's showing you that when your bar gets full, that means your damage is full, and then that's when you're really hurt.
It makes sense the way the list goes.
And then you pretty much quit tracking damage after you reach double your threshold.
Mm-hmm.
You count up to double your threshold, and after that, I don't even worry about counting no more. You're on the way to dying.
You've got to be pretty lucky to get to double your threshold with the crits rolling in.
Yeah.
To be fair.
Yeah. Well, or you could take one ultra nasty hit that hit you for 18 damage. But okay, so that would be back at the top of the round, wouldn't it?
Yep.
That's how I think you should be going.
Yeah. So it's action then move, right? Yeah.
It doesn't have to follow that order. It's
No,
up to
you
you.
can-
It
you can
could
work it
be
anyone.
maneuver, be maneuver action,
Okay, so
be
right.
maneuver action, maneuver.
I suppose the safe thing to do would be maneuver,
Stand up and get the
maneuver.
fuck out.
Yeah. Does standing up take a maneuver?
It would when you're prone like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I'll stand up with one maneuver, and then I'll run away with another maneuver.
Run far away.
Run all the way to the gates. Like,
That door's open, so you could probably get through that door.
I wouldn't recommend going that far. We don't know
my
what's in
dress
that room
can
yet.
take care of everything.
And then
Doctore, do you want to go next and get
Yep.
through?
I would love to. And then I'm going to maneuver. Well, it takes me 1 or 2 maneuvers to get to Vasho.
Just the one maneuver.
Okay, and then I already have my medical kit out. I'm going to do a medical check on him to bring. Well, let's go ahead and what is your wound threshold total? Mark?
Mine?
Yeah.
15.
You have 15 as your threshold, and you're at 13 out of 15?
Yeah, 2
14.
difficulty.
14 out of 15.
You're at 14 out of 15.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to jab you with a stim pack. And that'll heal you for 5 automatically.
Thank you, sir. Much appreciated.
And then we're going to spend the next round or 2 repairing you completely.
Yeah, I took one for the team.
You really did. To be honest, I thought all the fleshy guys were going to go straight in the tunnel. But no.
Okay, that would be the end of my round then. Actually, hold on. I think I can. Using a stim pack is only a maneuver, correct?
Yeah, I think it is actually.
Even on somebody else. I will spend a second maneuver, and I will take the 2 strain,
Okay, no.
and I will hit him with 1 more stim pack, healing him for 4.
Yep,
Each time
that's
to-
correct.
My stim packs are, every time you use one, they
Yeah.
get reduced in value.
Stimpaks is one thing I know how it works because my character was a melee character.
Thank you very much.
And
I was pretty much I was just full of puncture wounds from Stimpaks and stormtroopers.
now, what are you currently at for that?
I am at 5.
Ah, so
5 out of 15, you're under half, so I
Yep.
can do an easy medical check and get you hopefully get you pretty much all the way healed up. And then I got 2 critical hits I have to heal.
You've got your work set out for you.
I do. It's all right though.
At least his
Um,
crew's got a doctor. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. It'd be
Okay, and
fucked if we
then
didn't.
real quick, Mark, before we move on to other people, I'm not going to roll it right now, but that way I can have everything ready to go. Give me the 2 numbers of your critical hit. I need the total number that you rolled.
Okay. That's on my sheet, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it
yeah, it
should
would be in
be-
the criticals.
All right, I'm trying to get out the chat window too. The last one was a 70. That I got. Okay, that's going to be an average check. And then
This
the other
one
one
was
we
a
rolled.
41.
So
41.
111.
They're both going to be average checks. Okay. So, all right, I'm prepared for next round then. All right, I'm completely done now. I'm done with everything for my round.
Next player character.
Is there like a switch or anything on this side of the wall?
There is.
Mozzie, whatever you did to open the door, do it to close the door.
It just appears to be like a punch button on this side.
Okay, I punched the button.
Sorry, I was trying to find my mute and I couldn't figure out which tab I was in. And I'm like, if I did that, I have to go on the other side, and the other side has, well, those things. And
Okay.
I don't know what those things are.
It's okay, Mozzie, it's just a push button.
Bing.
No, it's not. It's a lots of complicated wires, and then you have to snip to which one. And I don't remember which one I snipped because it kind of just happened.
Mozzie, this side of the door is a push button.
Well, then push it.
Now, do you remember the threat that Mozzie had when opening the doors?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I do.
Although he managed to open the door in super quick time.
He's locked them open, hasn't he?
Possibly not, but the push button just seems to do nothing.
Damn you, Jawa! And your jury rigging.
See, I don't know how it's meant to work, but I kept that in my mind, the fact that there was that threat. And whereas it posed no immediate thing straight away, I figured, it can affect the closing. I have no idea how mechanically it's meant to work, but narratively,
What's the blast radius on a grenade?
Now you're asking.
Short range. Yeah, because it's made with the light ranged, and I got it right here. Grenade, yep, short range, blast 6, limited ammo 1. But grenades work very weird in this game. So if you make the difficulty but don't activate blast, pretty much it lands like right underneath the feet of your target. It blows up, dealing damage to him and him only. Like he would take all the brunt of it. And then if you activate blast, then that's when it would affect everybody in that area.
Yeah, I kind of just.
So if you don't want to activate blast, you don't have to. If you're worried about the blast, hitting other people.
If I'm doing that though, I'm probably better using the blaster. Because the damage is there's only one difference between the two.
So yeah, grenades damage 8.
Yeah, but it's up to the
Crit
GM to
level
what he
4.
considered the short range here. So if the grenade lands right here, he could say that you could be in the short range of the blast radius.
Yeah, because they were they pretty much charged towards the door because that's where Omahu was standing. Mozzie and Drith would be in short range.
Right, but if I use my turn to have a little pop at one of these, and then Mozzie, on your turn, if you could try and work some magic with the switch just to get this door closed. So
magic and hoodoos and voodoos.
Oh my.
So yeah, I'm gonna take a pop shot at the one on the bottom because I think from where I am, I'd probably have a better line of sight on that one.
Mm-hmm.
So let me know when I'm ready.
Yep, just checking the difficulty for range, short, only one. And yep, you're good.
Lovely.
Oh, nice.
I would like to activate my critical.
Right. Right. How do criticals involve NPCs? Any idea, Dan? As just the font of.
Well, they're not a minion group. So
No,
if they're a minion group, a critical hit would instantly kill one of the minion. So I would call these two rivals. They would take a critical hit like anybody else.
Just a critical roll. Okay, cool.
Yep.
Marvelous. Well.
Yeah, because on a group of minions, you don't really track. Their
strain or anything like that. Oh.
Strain or the critical. He's taking 4 critical hits because every time they take a crit, they just and typically rivals. That's where it gets really weird. Typically, rivals do not have strain, but rivals can have strain at the GM's prerogative. And so even in the rulebook, they can, essentially making them low-grade nemesis. But typically they don't. So if they don't have strain and they take strain damage, it converts over to wound damage. So they still take the damage, but it goes right to the wound.
Yeah, screw it. We'll go with that.
So basically, through that critical hit, they do take 1 more point of damage.
Yep. That'll do me nicely. Or do them nicely. Doop. There we go.
And he could have activated Blast if he wanted to.
No, that was a blaster, not the grenade.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, we're too close, really, for the grenade. If they would have if I would have acted the first time when they were quite a ways away from us, I would have probably chucked a grenade at them, which probably, in hindsight, would have really been a good idea.
Well, hindsight's a great thing.
It's always 2020.
Yeah. And then I've got no choice, really, in case the shit hits the fan. I'm going to stand firm and try and watch over Mozzie.
And don't forget that you can always spend a maneuver to aim.
Yeah, well, I should have done that, but
you should have. Again, hindsight being 2020. And then if you feel like taking on the additional strain, you can do a maneuver, and that's double aiming and give you 2 blue die on your shot. So things you can do.
If I'm still alive and I have the shot next round, probably going to be where I go.
And you can, according to the rulebook, you can aim even with a melee weapon.
Oh,
yeah, I found that weird.
It's not really that weird when you think about it.
I've aimed with a hammer many a time.
I suppose.
Line up your shot. You know, I don't think it's that weird. It's kind of like hitting a baseball.
Yeah, true.
You are kind of taking aim.
Yeah.
Right.
You're lining up your shot.
Next
But anyway,
PC.
I digress.
Who's next?
Mozzie, you're up, little buddy.
Gabe, what are you doing?
All right, so I'm in a weird predicament. So,
Shut the damn door.
no, I get it. It's just how to do that, because now I'm beyond mine. So I'm gonna go ahead and no, the card doesn't work, and these things are gonna come through. And these people are counting on me. I don't know what else is further, so I'm gonna have to just close it with mechanics or with computers, either one, your choice, and have to do it.
If you did mechanics, you'd have the knowledge of what you did last time on the opposite side of the door. Although this isn't a data reading panel, it's just a push panel. You'd still have some knowledge of the internal wirings of the entire thing.
Yeah, but now I'm going with the work of the situation. I'm not on that side anymore, and I may have messed up on one of the wires. I don't know. I'm just saying that it's not. I can't just go to the other side and see what I did and come back and double check. And so I'm gonna try to open it. I just know there's a lot of threat going on, and you can do whatever you want to do.
Well, we've got another.
So I'm ready.
We've got another light side die, so if you wanted to flip that back to a dark side.
Oh, we did get one back? Cool.
Yeah, so if you want to add that, man, because
I don't think we're really going to need it, but let's hear what the difficulty is going to be first before we make that conclusion.
Oh yeah, of course.
So yeah, as you're unable to go back around and see what wires you cut, the base difficulty is 3. However, there are 2 setback die, as your protector has just been quite badly smacked about.
Okay.
And you know that there is two ravenous, evil-looking bird-type creatures with giant feet.
Yeah, but like, as Gabe said before, with Mozzie, isn't he used to working under high pressure? Isn't that correct, Gabe?
Yeah, let him add him anyway, because I have him added on my side for the negatives. Yeah.
Don't you have a cool talent though?
What's that?
Don't you have a cool talent?
I have negative setbacks. I have -3 setbacks already. So whatever he puts on it, I automatically have it on my end. So let him put if he wants to do it too. That's fine. He can put 2.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. What is your? I'm asking Gabe. What is your talent?
What is the talent? Give me 1 second. Let me go to that tab.
Trying to talk about that real quick.
Let's see here. Gearhead removes. Gearhead 3 removes 3 setback dice for mechanics and takes an eighth credit cost to add mods or modifications, and the other is a quarter of the time granted to do things.
Holy crap! You bought Gearhead 3 times.
Uh-huh.
Don't, because when I start buying mods for my weapons, I know exactly who I'm going to.
I make things. I'm a gearhead. I'm a mechanic.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
They were cheap. I mean, they're like right there, so it's like in the way of things I need.
Your pool is ready.
So yeah, I mean, no, I want to bring that up. That your gearhead talents they come into huge play.
Yeah. Okay.
In times like this.
I just love the fact that he's taken the talents because they were in the way of other stuff, and they've been the most useful things so far.
I didn't mean I'm going to put it like that. But.
And poor Gabe, because I'm one of his GMs, he's like, man, that one GM, he just piles on the setback to us all the time. I do. I'll roll with like 4 or 5 setback die that I put on, but they always have the talents that I can get rid of 4 of them. Like, oh, you still have 1, then great, let's go for it.
Well done, Mars.
So I make it look easy, but not as easy as I did open it. Like I said, I accidentally sliced something that was the right thing, and I didn't know. I didn't look at it.
You go, and the door is closed, and you hear a loud pong.
And I slump down to the ground. If you guys can see me like sweating and perspiring, but you guys can kind of just smell it. But you can't smell it because it was smelling like shit in the other room anyway. Sorry if that was bad. And I am like feet sprawled out as a kid, sitting playing with a toy between their legs, and me. You can't see my eyes because I'm looking at the ground, and I'm just like, you can see me panting.
When he slips to the ground, I'll just fall on the ground and just lie down.
Okay, boss, I think I did it. I got the thing to close the thing, and now we're ready for the next thing.
Yeah, Drift is going to put his hand on Mozzie's shoulder and say, well done, Mozzie. Well done.
Next time, don't do those things with scary feet things at me again. That was scary.
If we never encounter those creatures again, I will be a happy man.
But we will know one thing. Bantha eggs. We have to go find a bantha egg to keep on us at all times.
I think we need to keep several, Mozzie.
Actually, 2-back egg, but
yeah, 2-back egg.
Oh, 2-back. Sorry, I don't know why I said bantha. Probably back in my head of everything's bantha.
Yeah, Tatooine, banthas.
2-back eggs. Hard to find. Find hard. Okay.
Man, if banthas laid eggs, could you imagine the size of them?
Yeah, I see them more as a mammal for them.
So yeah, you are now out of initiative.
okay.
So you can, as that's the end of the encounter, If you want to roll cool to regain any strain that you've incurred, I think it's cool. Is it cool?
Cool
It's
or
cool
discipline?
discipline.
Ah, yes.
I will go ahead and give a discipline check.
Yep. Ignore that. The dice pool was
yeah,
still.
yeah.
Dice
Lot
pool.
of 50 in there.
The dice pool
That was a
was
hard
still.
check. Okay, are you ready now?
Yeah, it's totally blank now.
Okay, I'll do my check. Low advantage. Don't know if that did anything for me.
I have no idea how that works for recovery. I'm not even gonna lie. So mods, you can regain 1 strain. Or minus 1 strain. In fact, did anyone actually incur any strain? Omahu did, yeah.
I did.
Yeah, I had 1. I suppose I'll try and get rid of this.
Nice.
And I do have to roll because I had the upgrade button still on,
Aha.
unfortunately. Which is better on my part.
Okie dokie. Right, just because of time, and I know it's afternoon for most of you guys. But that's a healthy 3 hours.
Oh yeah.
Yay.
I would like to say thank you all very much for playing again.
Can I do my quick
and-
rolls for his injuries?
No, that can be the cliffhanger for this week.
All right.
I didn't die.
See, the cliffhanger could have been the door, but I thought, nah, I'll let you close the door. Well, Omahu Vash will survive. Find out next time. In episode 2 of There's Always a Cantina. Provided these lovely people can put up with my really clunky GMing of a new
No, it's
system.
fine, dude. It's fine.
Oh,
And what
actually,
will that wacky droid do next?
you might want to let Dr. A do the rolls because you're not going to be here next session, are you?
Oh, no, he's
I
not,
will
is
not
he?
be here.
Yeah,
I
okay.
will not be
Okay.
But feel free to run my character and do what Dr. A would do. Piss people off and do healing.
Just for your hilarious dialogue, I will allow you to try and get his wounds sorted out.
Okay. It will be a 1 purple check then.
Okay, there we go. Set. Nice.
Oosh, go for me.
And I didn't get my triumph. If I could have got a triumph, that could have automatically healed 1 critical hit. Oh, I didn't add in my boost. Poop. You want to roll a blue die or re-roll it, or what would you like? Or just forget it?
Add a blue and re-roll if you want, and whichever's better you can have, because I'm nice like that.
I run my game where if people don't roll the correct pool, they have to re-roll the pool. I don't allow 1 more die to be rolled in. Like it'll teach you to make sure your die pools are correct before you roll. But
I can't talk on that front really after that call. So
we all make mistakes, and that was even crappier.
there you go.
Okay,
you can keep the first. Yeah, I'm being nice.
Okay, so you recover 2 more wounds,
Okay.
and if you have any strain damage, that's all recovered.
Okay. Thank you kindly.
And then do you want to roll for the 2 critical hits, or just leave them be? They're the 2 purple check. Two purple checks I have to do.
Yep. Set.
Okay. And the first one And then on that one, I can use the second success to give you one more wound back.
Okay, thank you.
And then the final one. And now I get a fucking triumph. So basically, you will be fully healed. With that triumph, you'll be fully healed of all wound and strain.
It's like
Okay,
nothing
thank
ever
you.
happened. Although you now have an irrational fear of voodoo.
In your
And
dream.
I am not entirely sure. You may want to look this up, Jim, but I think that for the game time and for the next 24 hours of game time, he will still be affected by the 2 critical hits he's already taken. So if he would take another critical hit, it would turn into a plus 30.
Righty.
So even though he's not on his character sheet anymore, being he's not having that damaging effects of it. They're still there for, I think, for 20. I'll have to look that up as well.
Yeah.
I think for the next 24 hours they still affect him.
So I'll let Mr. GM take care of that whole side of the sheet.
Yeah, it's all good. I'll
Yeah, just I need to look that up too and make sure. But well, thank you very much, Jim, for running. I had a great time.
Alright. Thank you. Oh, XP.
Oh, yes.
Love that
yes,
as well.
Right. For tonight, everyone has a nice, healthy base XP of 10.
Ooh.
All right.
Mainly because I meant to give you 10 last week and then start dropping it down. But, Ryan, you get plus 2.
Cool.
Dan, you get plus 4. And Gabe, you get plus 3. And Omahu, you get plus 1. Mark,
Okay.
sorry, why don't I call it? I said everyone else by the because I keep trying to remember the character name has changed. But yeah, so you got a nice little bit of XP to spend.
Sweet. Thank you.
I'm holding on to mine.
Yeah, so we've got 5 in the first game, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And 10 in this game. Cool, cool. Thank you, sir.